stuff.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night One Shots from Gehenna Gaming. Tonight, we are very, very, very excited to be introducing all of you to Alien the RPG. This is, I believe, for most of us, our first time playing it, but we will be playing Upon Her Altar, an original scenario by Wes from Carrion Comfort Studios. We are also joined by Dixie, Erica, Nick, Rick, and myself, obviously. So I'm very excited to be jumping into this. So I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to hand it straight over to Wes to tell you about the game.
How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all having an excellent Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us here at Gehenna Gaming while we play a very, very safe, nothing is going to go wrong whatsoever for any of these players, game of Alien the RPG. Alien the role-playing game is a game that's developed by Free League, also known as Fria Ligan, from Sweden. They have also developed Mutant Year Zero, Tales from the Loop, Forbidden Lands, countless other games. Coriolis, check them out. You can check them out on their website. You can check them out on Twitter and Instagram, all the social medias. And recently they had just released a brand new expansion to this game. Here's the cover of the book here. Very gorgeous. It's a gorgeous artwork book, great system here. But they've just recently released a supplementary material called Destroyer of Worlds, which is a campaign module that kind of continues on their previous one, Chariot of the Gods, that came with the starter kit. They also have a starter set out as well. You can go purchase those from their website, and they are very, very reasonable priced. And they come with things like maps, markers, tokens, cards, a dice set, character sheets, full 50. I think the Chariot of the Gods is a 50-page module itself, and Destroyer of Worlds is about 200 pages. They've upped the ante for it, in more ways than one. So definitely check that out. Before we talk about Upon Her Altar and everything and get the game started, I want to talk about the system of Alien itself. It uses Free League's Year Zero engine, which is a D6 dice pool system. It's a very simple system. What you do is you take your attributes and your skills, and you will form a dice pool with the combined numbers of those, and you will roll said dice pool. Now, when you roll said dice pool, if you come up with at least 1 6 on any of the dice, the roll is considered a success. Now, there are varying difficulties to certain rolls depending on what action is being taken, or if two characters are rolling against each other, two player characters rolling against each other, or I am handling an NPC or enemy and I am rolling against one of the other player characters, then that means whoever has the most amount of successes wins. It's very simple. That's pretty it. It's cut and dry. There is also a stress and panic mechanic involved. At any point, if any of the characters fail a roll, they do not get any 6s, or they do not get the required amount of 6s, they are able to push their roll and re-roll their pool again, but they have to add a stress dice. The stress dice is simply another d6 that is of a different color, so you can tell the difference, a little bit like hunger. And they work just like regular dice, except if you roll a 1 on them, then that is considered a panic, and at which point I will roll on the panic table. And all the best stuff happens when you panic in a game like this. So, let's talk a little bit about Upon Her Altar. Like Ian said, it is originally written by me. And let's go over a little bit of a synopsis. Then I'll have everybody kind of, we'll just give the character's name and what position or archetype they're playing, and then we'll get right into it. What's the story, Mother? The year is 2145. Humanity is constantly striving to claim, create, and discover. Almost too much. The players will be stepping into the shoes of the crew of the USCSS Matzinger as they make their way to deliver a multitude of necessary goods along with a classified Weyland-Yutani shipment to JPG 770, better known as Gorham's Folly. It is a routine delivery until only 24 hours from their destination, tragedy strikes the crew. Do the remaining survivors have what it takes to outlast whatever is coming for them and make it to planetfall? I can't lie to you about your chances, players, but you have my sympathies. Now, starting with my left over here, I believe it's my left, this side here, or right, who knows. Let's go a little bit in the round and say your character name, You don't have to do a small description, or you can if you want to. And what archetype or what's your job essentially?
Who's starting? Is that?
I guess we'll start with you, Nick.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because you pointed to Ian.
Oh yeah, point to Ian. The directions on my screen are different from yours.
Okay.
Different for everyone.
We're all different.
Welcome to Zoom.
Like on my screen, you pointed at me, but on stream, you pointed at Ian. It's a whole lot.
There we go.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Tomas Rasmussen, and I am playing the company agent, procuring Wayland Yutani's interests above this vessel today.
Perfect. And then Rick.
Good evening. I am Josue Pamanos. I am the ship's medic. I'm here to make sure that the crew is able to do everything that they are supposed to do and remain in tip-top shape.
Tip-top shape. All right, Dixie.
Yo, I'm playing good, Willa good. Some people call me Hella good. I'm a pilot, and I get fucking shit done.
Love it. I love it. All right, Erica.
I am Executive Officer Mia Phelps. I am a career officer. And, I'm kind of like the mom friend on the ship. I am the executive officer, but I'm also just very chill, normally overworked, but still tries to keep a level head, keep it chill. When you're doing long hauls, you gotta, take it easy, keep things in perspective.
And last but certainly not least, Ravnos.
Reeves. I guess I'm being transported to Gorham's Folly to be the new sheriff. That's what I do. Not really part of the crew, but I'm here to help.
That's true. So, a little bit about the Matzinger here. The Matzinger is about a generation newer than the Nostromo that you're familiar with in Alien. It's made numerous successful shipments and discoveries, and it's considered to be one of the poster children of Wayland Yutani's research and colonization programs. The crew is very tight-knit, but like every crew and family, they have their share of strain and tension in times of isolation and deep space. Everyone that you see here, except for Rasmussen and Reeves, have been a part of this crew for some time now, with those two being the odd men out, so to speak. Most of the time, the crew's instructions were clear, but with the addition of a company agent Rasmussen, it's brought a sense of unease over the ship recently when they took off. Our scenario here begins with the crew coming out of cryosleep and starting their daily regimens as they enter Sector 3847. So, camera pans through the halls of the Matzinger. It's quiet. Lights start flickering on one at a time. Almost pre-planned. Almost like a little light show. At the same time, the pods, all in a circle in the middle of a room, the top hatches of them open, and you each come out of cryosleep. More so than just you five, but as well as the captain, Amira Bashara, her wife, the navigation officer, Kadira, the security officer, Wu, Dr. Asloff, the assistant science officer, Keith Masterson, the engineering tech, Dr. Griffin Tandor, the chief science officer, also new to the crew, recently replacing Lila Masterson, who passed away on a previous run. Sound comes back to your ears, smells, sight. You're kind of, it's almost waking from like a very, very deep nap. Masterson immediately puts on some boots, some very, very clawed-heavy boots, even though he's still just wearing his undersuit, and grabs a cigarette and immediately lights it without even making eye contact with anybody in the pod chamber. Starts walking off towards mess.
I do much the same. Light a cigarette, kind of stretch, pop open a box, pull my 357 out, unholster it. I can never, ever, ever get used to that. I don't know how you do it. And I pull a flask out.
Captain Bashara is putting on a flight suit. It seems to be an old Marine Corps flight suit, but she seemed to have carried it over into her time of being the captain of the Matzinger. She goes, "Oh, that's all right, Sheriff. You know, you won't have to get used to it. I mean, you're going planet side now. You got a new job, fancy new office and everything. Won't ever have to think about getting on another rickety old hunk of junk like this again."
Great.
Goes and ruffles the hair of her wife, Kadira, and then pops Kadira's baseball cap on her head quickly, and goes, "All right, 10 minutes for everybody to get ready, get your stretches in and everything like that, meat and mess, get some protein bars in you. Then we're hitting up our duties, okay? You know, this rust bucket isn't going to take care of herself, okay? Sound good?"
Good.
Yes, Captain.
What do you need me to help with anything?
Track down Masterson, see if he needs any help tightening down any straps in the cargo bay. He should be in 2 or 3. If he gets a little bit agitated with you, don't worry about it at all.
Yeah, I know how to deal with him.
She passes by you, Tomas. She goes, "Mr. Rasmussen, now, while you are not expected to take part in the manual labor of making this ship run perfectly squeaky clean, I highly recommend it. It's good to get to know the crew, you know? Get your hands dirty alongside the little people of the company." She nods at you.
While I do understand cohesion is key, I did not sign on to this vessel for the process of manual due labor, and I would like to participate in my contract as it is written.
So you're just gonna be an asshole.
Seems like it.
And that's manual labor now and then.
Sticks
really
and
with the blood
stones,
pumping.
Sheriff. Sticks and stones.
It's not hard. Just like, I'm sorry. Do you need some lotion? You gonna make
This
sure
is
your
too
hands
good to
are
turn a
nice and
fucking
soft?
wrench.
Woo, the
Company
security
assholes.
officer comes up behind you, Rasmussen, and grabs your bicep right here and goes, nah, this shrimp isn't gonna help with anything. It's all right. You know what? You can come and watch me clean out the cabinets and everything like that. Get everybody's food ready, huh? Come on. You look like you like to eat. Come on now. And he starts doing like lunges, almost practically down the hallway.
Colonial Marines. All the same. I adjust my tie and I go off. Or I get dressed, I would assume, actually. I don't have a suit on yet, but that is the first thing I go for, is my power suit and tie.
I imagine everybody's used to getting dressed pretty quickly. I mean, you're on a ship, you're comfortable, you've spent time in this. You're probably taking your time a little bit, Rasmussen. You notice that somebody else is also taking their time, being very careful with every single button, and that's Dr. Tandor. Dr. Tandor is a very hawkish-looking man, olive skin, bald head, and very sharp features, and is wearing a high-collared kind of a very pristine white suit that suggests a science officer of some sorts. And you see he takes time to adjust the cuffs, and then he takes the collar, and then he takes what seems to be like a lint roller, or maybe like a very nice brush, and starts brushing down the sleeves a little bit, and then puts it back up, and then takes the brush and kind of almost polishes his head with it, and then sets it back in his locker, closes his locker delicately, does a and then looks at you, Rasmussen, and goes, "Good day," and then walks down the corridor.
And that was Dr. Tandor?
That's Dr. Tandor.
I just Dr. Tandor.
Just keeps right on walking.
He's charming as ever.
So everyone's duties on board the ship are as follows. While as the pilot, you are expected to go to the cockpit and take over for Mother, who's been running the ship on autopilot. Standard issue for all Wayland Utah vessels that you have 48 hours until planetfall, so it gives the crew ample amount of time to get used to atmospheric pressure of the ship, get awake, make sure that everything's good on the ship, just in case they need to call off landing or if they need to have anything else taken care of. Josue, your duties as medic is, of course, to go ahead and check all of the records of everybody's cryopods afterwards, make sure there's no hiccups in the system.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure there's no abnormalities, and I'll probably do a follow-up on everyone to make sure everything is copacetic after they have woken up from cryosleep.
Perfect. And Exo Phelps, as the executive officer of the ship, you are there to make sure that everybody is performing their duties perfectly, and also doing a lot of the busy work for the captain, who is making a beeline apparently towards the Mother's room, which you can tell on the screen behind me. That's what it looks like. So,
All right. Gonna start doling out the tasks and making sure we're on track for landfall.
okay. Let's start with Reeves here real quick. Reeves, are you making your way towards cargo bay?
Yep.
As you're making your way down, you hear Masterson before seeing him. The cargo bay doors are open to cargo bay 2, and you see him standing beside a shock yellow with red kind of like tags on them, specifically like somebody spray painted over them, some detail work, a power loader. And he seems to have what seems to be like a lubricant can in his hand. He's like going at some of the joints of it. And he's like, piece of fucking shit, come on now, move a little bit for me.
Did you fucking break it again?
I didn't fucking break shit, okay? This thing's just old, all right?
I'm giving you a hard time. Come on. Give me something to do. Let me help.
Ah, come on. Did the captain send you down here? Look, I'm perfectly able and fine to do this shit by myself.
I know you are.
Okay, man, just go ahead and like look around, make sure straps are strapped down.
Okay.
Everything looks
I can do that.
perfectly fine to me, but just double check for me.
I can do that. Hey, you wanna drink?
Kind of like looks around, he goes, shit, yeah.
Okay, here you go.
And hands it, takes his hand out, he grabs it, takes a quick swig, and goes, and then
I know, right?
passes it back to you and goes, God, it tastes like turpentine.
Yep.
All right.
Wakes you up though.
And he goes, whatever you do, don't fuck with that. You know which crate I'm talking about. Okay?
Yeah. And then, no thanks. I'll check all the straps. I'll make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. And I'll stay out of your hair for now. Let me know if you need anything specific.
You got it. As he gets in the power loader and it seems to start working a little bit, it's kind of herky-jerky though. He's trying his best. He's cursing at it every chance that he can get. You're going around checking the straps, and most of them seem secure. There's some of them that you have to double check and tighten down.
Okay.
But the camera kind of pans around you, and it kind of centers on the crate that he was talking about. Almost monolithic, mecha-like. It is this, I would say, sufficiently giant crate, emblazoned with the Wayland Yutani logo on all four sides. It seems to be made out of a high-density steel, and it is strapped down, and you can also tell that it has an electronic locking system on it as well. Repeatedly all over it says, warning, Wayland Yutani property, do not touch. That this way, it has seemed to be that it has been screwed with these giant, like about my head size bolts in each of the four corners to keep it set upright inside the ship. And like to imagine it like a movie scene. Some of the dust that's been maneuvered around is kind of settling around it, and it just seems so obtrusive in the middle of the room.
If I spit on it as I walk by,
Spit on it.
I'm like,
Okay.
"Fuck you,
Fuck
you, Wayland Yutani."
And it takes the spit. I won't make you roll for it.
Well, I never.
You ungrateful sod.
Want to push that roll?
Oh, you want to push? Okay. Perfect. Let us go now to the cockpit, where we have Pilot Good settling into her seat. The captain brushes past you and goes, "You know the drill." Kind of cold towards you a little bit,
Yep, on it.
and heads directly off to the right to Mother's room, and opens the door and then quickly closes it, like slides it closed behind her.
Good shows up at her spot with like a bowl of something that will splash on things, and a cup of coffee and a like little thing of whiskey. He just sets them all down, and I mean, she is like the picture of does not give a fuck about protocol. Like she's doing all the right things. She's flipping all the switches. She's turning all the knobs. She's deactivating Mother. She's getting ready to pilot herself. Her like legs over the arm of her chair. She's like hunched over. She's like eating noodles with one hand. You know, she's just like not doesn't have a care in the world for how anybody looks at her.
Perfect. While you're doing that, taking care of everything, can you go ahead and make me an intelligence and piloting roll, please?
I sure can. Once I remember where those are.
Yeah, let me go.
You mean wits?
Wits, not intelligence. Ah, yes, and piloting.
As long as I get 1 6 success, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, as long as you get 1 6, that's a success.
Okay, cool. The satisfying sound of die rolling. I got 2 6s.
Boom. Yeah, I mean, the Matzinger is your baby. You're perfectly capable of handling this vessel. Hell, you could take a Conestoga class frigate. You could take that through an asteroid field if you needed to. You just sit down immediately. The chair slides back a little bit, so it gets you in that perfect position. The bowl even kind of rocks with it, and like the whatever liquid is in your bowl and like your coffee and your whiskey is like they're perfectly teetering on the edge of the seat, but it's perfectly balanced for you. It's like everything is in its place.
She like puts 1 foot up and she's like under her breath to no one in particular. She's like, "Told you I was fucking good."
And immediately you start flipping on switches, everything. Screen pops up, and I like to imagine that Wyla has like gotten this like perfectly like customized just for her needs, and it just says good evening pilot, all this stuff like that. Gives you all the diagnostics that you need. Going through, you don't even check them out, and you hear behind you Kadira starting to move over towards her seat. You know that she's a navigator, so she's taking a look at the star map and everything. She goes, "Everything looking good?"
Everything's always looking good when I'm around.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yo, Kadira, question.
Yeah?
Is it weird that you and your wife's names rhyme? Because it fucking weirds me out.
Kadira and Amira?
Yes, that's what a rhyme means.
Is it weird? No, it's not weird. Plenty of names rhyme.
But they do it in cartoons to make it funny.
I mean, they do it in comic books as well, but you know, it's whatever.
Okay, I just think it'd be weird. Like, I think it'd be weird if I was dating someone named like Billa. It'd weird me out. That's
But
all.
how many people are you gonna meet that's named Billa?
How many people are you gonna meet named Zadira?
Actually, where we come from, there's quite a few people named Zadira.
Oh, I'm sorry, I never been there. Clearly.
Maybe you should come sometime, huh?
Sure.
Try not to crash the ship, okay?
Oh, thanks. I was gonna try the other thing, but glad you straightened me out on that.
Let's make our way to Mess, where I would imagine we have everybody but Palmanos Reeves and Good, of course. No Masterson. Executive Officer Phelps. When you walk in, you're greeted by a scene that you're probably used to in some senses of it, but there's some like glaring parts of it that seem out of place. You see Wu that is behind these like the hot plates and everything like that, and showing off with what appears to be, he's taken the protein bars and he's made some kind of pseudo pancakes, like protein pancakes. And he's being very loud and rambunctious. You can see Dr. Aslov, Yuri is helping him excitedly. Like, they get along pretty well, they pal around pretty well. And just like two dark spots in this like very positive and joyous scene, you see Dr. Tandor, who seems to be going over a notebook and a clipboard, and then just quietly sipping some tea, and then shooting harsh glances over towards Asloff and Wu every time they make an excitable noise. Like when Wu does a pancake flip and they both go, "Whoa!" Then you see him like quick glance. Rasmussen, what are you doing?
Well, after acquiring my gear and getting changed, I would set up my personal quarters, even if that means just a simple bunk. But as I'm recovering, I'm drinking simple coffee, black, and observing the crew with a sort of hesitant and almost disgusted stare.
It's kind of not what you would probably wish for in crew like quarters. They have you bunked with Masterson, and you can tell that you're bunking with a roughneck because it smells like a roughneck sleeps there, or spends his time there a lot of the time. So that's probably helped you be in this sour mood even more so.
Of course, I get stuck with the irritable grease monkey.
Wu looks over at you, Phelps, when you walk in. He goes, Hey, Mia, I will give you 1% of my share from this job if you can catch this grape in your mouth from all the way over there."
Baylor, how about we don't?
Okay, fine. Hey, what about you, huh? Company man, huh? 1% share for a grape in the mouth.
I just stare at him, and I
stare at him, and it's a very uncomfortable silence for a little bit, and he goes,
Do you think we're in a theme park?
Nobody likes money. No, we're not in a theme park. We're on a ship. Does this look like Yuri? Does this look like a theme park to you? I do not think so, Baylor. This does not look like a theme park to me.
Gentlemen, I get it. We all just woken up. We're all a little bit, punchy after cryo. But can we keep the theatrics down just a little bit? We still got 48 hours until planetfall. We've got to get things in line.
And both Yuri and Baylor give a very, very statuesque salute to you, executive officer, and they both say, "Ma'am, yes, ma'am." And then Baylor pops the grape, catches it in his mouth, and continues to make more breakfast.
I should remind you all that you are under contract with Weyland Yutani, and you should act according so.
Tandor speaks up, and he goes, "I never thought I would find myself agreeing with the Weyland Yutani men, but here we are. It would be nice to have a little bit of silence for once on this trip."
Dr. Tandor, if you need silence, you can always find it in your quarters. The mess hall is meant for socialization.
He narrows his eyes at you, and he goes, "You're quite right, Executive Officer Phelps. What was I thinking, attempting to be in a shared space with the crew?" And he grabs his book and his clipboard, and he goes, "Ma'am." And he walks over and he grabs one of the protein pancakes and kind of folds it in half and just walks towards his science, his office, his workshop, essentially his lab, which he has taken one of the closets in there, the storage closets, and he has turned it into a makeshift quarters for himself because he refuses to bunk with anybody. Josue.
Yes.
You make your way to the med bay. You have all the readouts here for the for all the cryopods and everything like that, can you go ahead and make me a wits and medicine check?
Of course.
Medical aid.
Okay. 3, 6. I've got 1 success.
1 success. That's all you need. And you're going through and you're looking at it, and mostly everybody's readouts are fine. Everybody's checking out perfectly, except you notice that besides Reeves, who seems to be dealing with early onset heart condition of some sort, Masterson, the engineering tech in the loader, the roughneck, it seems that his blood sugar levels are reading much lower than they should be, and he seems to be it's flagging him for certain things. Seems that he's under some kind of undue psychological strain.
So close to waking up, it's fascinating.
Yeah, probably has something to do with something like it's marking a lot of things, that interruptions of REM sleep when he was in cryo and everything. So he seems to be suffering from something dream wise.
I was gonna say, it sounds like nightmares.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mother recommends a psychological eval.
Yeah. Can I look up the file real quick on Masterson?
Yeah.
Was he involved with the death of recent crew member Lyra at all?
He was not involved directly, but they were siblings. She was his sister, and she was the former chief science officer.
Yeah.
It's been marked in there, and it brings up a link to a report from not only Executive Officer Phelps, but also the captain and everybody that was on the bridge when that happened. You were making a run of military supplies to GL-251 Red Rock to support the USCMC's efforts of cleaning out they had some harvester bugs show up. So they were trying to clean out and they needed more supplies. When the Matzinger was stopped by a heavily armed UPP frigate and it was searched. And during that time, it's been noted, though there's been some rumors that it's not exactly what happened, that Wyla, the pilot, Good, did a very high risk maneuver, which led to Lila being killed because there were some members of the UPP frigate on board doing a search.
Is a she?
Yeah, and everybody else got out fine, but she was killed, and so he's been very, very different. He used to be very buddy and jokey with Baylor Wu and Yuri Aslov. They all three got along with each other, but until after that, he has been very distant. He hasn't been sleeping well. He's been drinking heavily to the point where you have put him on alcohol rations. He's not allowed to have over a certain amount because it's led to some stress and strain. Most recently, he had reported to the med bay before cryosleep for broken knuckles because of a gambling scuffle that happened when him and Wu got into a fist fight.
Oh, fascinating. I will try and find him on the ship, but I'll make a note of it to have a psychological evaluation with him.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to kind of open this up a little bit for all of you. You have the ship is at your disposal.
Is everything good for autopilot for now, or do I need to stay here?
So far, right now, everything is looking 5x5. It seems above the board. You could probably put it in autopilot and have yourself a good old-fashioned breakfast.
Yeah, cool. She's gonna go back to the mess hall and hang out, or if there's any like recreational area, she'll go hang out there.
Perfect. Yeah. Cargo Bay 4, which is typically held for cargo, has been it's been renovated by order of the captain to be a rec area for the crew. There is a basketball court. There is a basketball goal that's put there, as well as a
You mean a
foosball
net?
table, like a net. Oh yeah, net goal, whatever. Sports ball. Yeah, yeah, whatever you have for basketball, where you put the touchdowns in.
For nerds, we don't play sports ball.
All right.
Yeah, so you got the hoop in the net that's set up there, as well as the foosball table that's got like a glass top to it and everything, so that nothing floats out, just in case. And it's got weights and everything that you need for a rec area. It's got a nice little reading nook that's mostly like trash pulp novels and comic books and popular mechanics magazines, stuff like that.
She's gonna go where any other people are. So if like Will and them are still goofing off in the kitchen, she's gonna go goof off in the kitchen with them.
Yeah, they've moved their goofing off towards the table. I imagine Rasmussen, you're still there, like begrudgingly eating, but you're like a Frenchman in the corner of a booth, smoking a cigarette and just not very fed up with the scene around you.
After I would actually say after I finish said cigarette and meal, I would actually go to find Palomnos. Palmos. It's Palmanos.
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 You go. Good. When you walk in there, you see Wu is like shoveling these like protein pancakes into his mouth, and Yuri is like delicately cutting with a knife and a fork. And Tomas has taken the last bite and is like quickly standing up. And Wu goes, "Oh, Willa! Yeah, come sit down. Come sit down.
Fuck yeah, pancakes.
Yeah. Grab some. I've got to show you something that I was showing Yuri here. Okay?
All right. She like goes and like she like has both her drinks in like one hand, like both cups in one hand. And she has her bowl that's like mostly empty, and she just like slams everything down and splashes. And she sits onto the chair like Riker. She like does the like one leg over the back.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The Riker mount.
Yeah.
Riker
Just
maneuver.
like, plops down. Yeah.
Plops down. And Wu goes, check this out. And Rasmussen, as you're walking towards the med bay, you see that Wu has taken one of those, I don't know where he's found it, but one of those old-fashioned, like, cheap gas station lighters that are just plastic.
Oh.
And he is holding his hand enclosed in, like, a circle so that it has, like, a cave opening. And he's just holding down the fuel button and just letting it go. For a second, he goes, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And then he strikes the igniter on it, and then does like a flame ball, almost. And
It's
like
fucking cool as shit.
he goes, yeah, okay. So I used to do that all the time back on Colony, but it didn't work as well. But since we're in an oxygen dense environment like this, like
Wait, so who's doing that
That's
again?
fucking cool.
Woo.
I will. Rasmussen will look towards Wu and say, "Officer Wu, what do you think you're doing? I know that this mission might be considered theatrics to yourself, but did you not consider the lives of everyone else that you might endanger because of your buffoonery? This crew has already had one death. I don't think I need to remind you of that. Please do not be responsible for the next one."
Mr. Rasmussen, do I need to remind you that you are a guest on our ship and not an officer? So I'd appreciate it if you didn't speak to my officers like that.
Actually, Executive Officer Phelps, I'm required by all Weyland-Yutani contracts to have one company agent aboard to oversee the mission.
I'm aware of that, but you do not hold, technically, an officer position. You are not in command of this crew.
Yeah, Phelps.
So
Can't
can I
tell us
have-
what to do.
Can I have both of you roll a command empathy roll for
Okay.
me, please?
In the meantime, after checking all the straps, I'm probably going to go up to get some coffee.
Yeah.
So,
Coming out with the cool kids.
You go. You make yourself. You see, Masterson has seemingly worked out all the bugs in the loader, and has. It's kind of impressive because Homie is scooping up a crate. Typically, it uses both of the loader hands to scoop up crates and stuff like that. That's the safety regulations. This guy has seemingly made it like a way to be able to pick up one crate with a loader and then use another crate to help balance it. So he's doubling his work.
I've worked with a forklift. I know
Yeah.
the tricks.
Yeah, you know all the tricks of that. Yeah, yeah. He's got it all down.
You hook that
pat.
pallet right, you get 2 of them at just one time. Yeah, it's all good. I'm like,
He sets it down and he's like, hey, hold up 1 second.
yo, what? Yo,
And he brings the loader over to you, and you can hear the clang, clang, clang. And he brings it down, and he makes the thing crouch before you. He goes, come on, give me one more swig. One more swig. Brings it, and then he grabs it, swigs, drops it. He goes, appreciate you, and then brings it back up, and then starts working again.
you're good. You're good. I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go get some coffee. You want anything?
He goes, yeah, just some coffee, and he salutes with the loader and starts going back to work. So I see we got 2 successes from Phelps. How many successes from Rasmussen? 1 success. Yeah, so essentially, Reeves, you walk into is a standoff right now between company man Rasmussen and executive officer Phelps. And Tomas, you didn't realize before, but you realize now, Mia Phelps is taller than you. She's also built like a spacer. She's hardworking, hard living, and you also kind of take note of your surroundings. Not only is everybody on this cruise seemingly at her back right now, just kind of staring at you two, but you also see the new sheriff of Gorham's Folly walk in, Reeves. And Reeves, you're just the scene before you.
I'm gonna walk in like nothing is happening. I'm gonna walk over, pour some coffee, take out my flask, screw the top off, pour some in, slip the flask away, walk over directly next to Rasmussen, slap you on the back like 5 times too hard, be like, so what's going on?
He stiffens more and more of every slap. Like
Nope, just once.
A natural. Oh, for what? What was unnaturally so?
So what's going on?
Woo, we got any popcorn?
I don't know. I mean, stores got pretty low before we went to cryo, so you're just gonna have to dig around for it.
Ah, fuck. All right.
No need for popcorn.
This is a show.
You're right, Executive Officer Phelps. I will be in medical if you need me. And I just walk out. I know what I'm beating.
I just like lean over to Woo and everybody else, and I'm like, I don't think we'll need him.
My briefcase, like in hand.
Pick up your briefcase.
Yeah.
And just
No, not even picked up. That shit does not leave one of my
Oh, it
hands.
doesn't leave your hand. Yeah.
So Phelps does look over at, Woo and Yuri, specifically at Woo. It's like, the next time you do your stupid fire trick, it's the last time you do your stupid fire trick on the ship.
That's
He
the
does.
stupid fire trick.
It was really fucking cool, man.
Oh, is it the
Cool,
thing where you
but-
hold your hand and you
Yeah, it's
fill
like
your
the
hand
fireball
with...
thing.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, that's a cool trick.
Yeah, but have you seen it on a ship?
No.
The fireball's like 4 times as big. It's cool as fuck.
Baylor looks at you, Phelps, and he goes, one more time, and you can see where the fireball went. There are some singe marks, like some blackened singe marks on his hand. And
You
he
can
goes,
do it one more time so Reeves can see it, and that's it.
Score.
That's
he
it?
goes.
That's it?
He goes, yeah, one time. That's all I need. And he does it, and then, it's a very impressive display of a fireball, and it is, like before, like has been stated by the pilot. Good, the fireball is quite impressive.
It's cool as fuck.
Magnifique. And then I take the lighter from it and light my cigarette.
Rasmussen, you're making your way down the hall. Oh yes, Rasmussen. You're making your way down the hall towards medical, and you pass by Tandor's lab. And if you want to, you ain't gotta, but if you want to,
What do my company eyes see?
yeah, what do your company eyes see? Can you go ahead and make me? I have to an observation and wits roll, please.
One moment.
One success. So, Everything, it looks like a normal lab. Looks very sterile. Looks like there's a couple of charts and graphs, things that don't make sense to you. You understand micro and macroeconomics, but you don't understand physics and chemistry and everything like that that's going on inside this lab. But the one thing that does stand out, and you can see that he's going over a chart. He's holding up what seems to be like this square kind of vial, like think future vial, but it's like a cube. Of like what appears to be some kind of green liquid. It doesn't appear to be neon green. It seems like a more muted green color. And he's staring at it, and he's got his glasses on, and you can see just behind him what seems to be a door that's open, a sliding door, that's been held open. And you can see a cot, and apparently some strange photos. You can't quite make the details out of what they are, but they seem to be like some abnormal, inhuman photographs, whatever is on them. And he kind of like looks over once he notices there's somebody kind of peering into it. He looks and he narrows his eyes and he sets down the square vial, and then with his elbow he hits a button and the door slides shut. You continue your way on to Josue's office, the med lab. Where there you see Palmanos is looking over what appears to be a screen. And Josue, the screen is on an arm that's in the center of the room that allows you to move it around all over the med lab, so that you don't have to like carry it or wheel it around or anything. It's fully tensile. And you see Rasmussen walk in.
Rasmussen, here for a checkup, or is this a social call?
Palmanos, hope you're well from the extended cryo sleep.
You get used to them. Being a doctor on a ship is par for the course. What can I do for you?
Well, seeing as you're one of the only crew members on the ship that appear to have a grasp of the current situation at hand, I would like to discuss with you an important matter to Weyland-Yutani's interest and to this crew's interests: the current state of the crew after the particular incident that happened on the last expedition.
The death.
Yes.
By you saying that I'm taking this seriously, it implies you do not believe the rest of the crew is taking their performances as seriously as you would wish.
Well, it's no joke that, or it's no secret of mine that I do not get along with the executive officer, although I respect Phelps's command over the situation. Security Officer Wu acts like a typical colonial marine without a care in the world, and Masterson is being as Masterson is, although his current state worries me slightly. And Good proceeds to parade around like there is not a death on the hands.
Many use apathy as a way to cover their own pain. Interesting you bring up Masterson. What particularly caught your eye about his behavior?
Before we set off for cryo, it does not take a genius or a colonial scout to smell the thick waft of alcohol that has been permeating from him since we took off for Gorham's Folly.
Already? Well, he was put on rations by myself, limiting his intake. So, it seems like he has found likely a friend to supply him. I figured as such. With the death of his sister, I can't say I blame him. I was reluctant to even remove said restrictions because of the grieving process. However, he did get into a fist fight with Wu. There was broken knuckles. Is this the reason you came here? I mean, to speak about the crew. I don't know exactly how much I'm able to divulge about their status.
I know it might not be what is typically expected of a company man such as myself, but I do have a vested interest in the crew, in being functional, mainly for my own safety. But
Oh, sure.
I would hate to land at Gorham's Folly with being complications at hand. I'm sure you can understand that.
Yes, and
I'm not heartless.
no, and no one would accuse you of such. I was going to have a word with Masterson myself, just as a checkup after waking up out of cryosleep. Is that something you would be interested in hearing my findings of? Or if I find any of the crew unfit, I would obviously place them on a medical leave. But for now, it seems like many of them are holding up. But I do have my concerns about Masterson.
Josue, I believe in your abilities to make a good judgment call here. And I do know that you will do right by the crew, as you have continued to do so, and right by the company in extension. I'm merely talking to you as I do fear for their safety, and for the fact that there might be an accident.
I appreciate your candor and your equal share in the crew's safety. As if those accidents could be prevented, my job is a lot easier. You know this.
Of course.
How are you settling in with them? I know sometimes you can feel a little bit like a fish out of water with space crews.
Mhm.
How are you feeling, both emotionally and physically?
Well, physically, I feel like I've been placed in a large refrigeration unit and just thawed out only mere hours ago.
Yes.
Emotionally, by some viewing me, some may say that is a similar feeling to what I'm feeling physically.
Oh, my friend.
But emotionally, I'm fine. It is not the usual outfit that I work with, but change is good.
Yes, it can help you grow. Well, if you were feeling that way and you would like a comforting ear, stop by anytime, Mr. Rasmussen. You could always enjoy some of the chamber music I have in my med bay and have a good conversation.
Please, Josue. Call me Tomas.
So be it.
With that said, let's go ahead and get back to the mess hall. Yori has checked the time and realized that probably Dr. Tandor will tan his hide if he doesn't get to his duties. So he has stood up and moved. And Baylor, ever seeming the agent of chaos, looks around and goes, "Hey, Sheriff, you mind checking this? I got this new gun back where we were back on Red Rock, and it seems like the slide is sticking a little bit. You mind checking that thing for me?" As I smack my leg.
Yeah, here.
And he goes, "Okay, yeah, it's in my quarters. Let's go check it out."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't usually throw guns in the mess hall, Sheriff. Just
not
weird.
usually.
I'm not used to space. Sorry.
He goes, "Not usually, but that might be my next party trick. See how many guns I can juggle here in the mess."
Just
Unloaded.
them. Thing, yeah, that. Unload them first. I've seen that go horribly wrong.
And he starts walking off towards his to his quarters, following with Reeves following, effectively leaving the mess hall empty except for one Wiley Good and one executive officer, Mia Phelps.
Like, once everybody else leaves and they're alone, and you can see, like, I'm calling her Willa, by the way. I keep saying Willa. I don't know.
I say Willa. Willa.
Okay.
Yeah, Willa. That's fine.
Once, she kind of sees she's alone with Phelps, she kind of just shuts down. And she turns back to her food and just starts eating like normal. Like kind of hunched over. Just looking at a book somebody left on the table, you know.
Retreating into it. Yeah, it's something completely not engaging whatsoever. Something about like principal dynamics of space travel is something that Aslov was reading, just like completely retreating into it. The scene effectively being shot from a wide angle, so you can see the room split in half by both Phelps and Good.
Mia's mostly just picking away at some of the protein pancakes, and after the silence gets to be a bit too much, she just asks, "How are you holding up?"
Just, you know, like, I know why we did it, but I'm tired of everybody looking at me fucking weird. Not everybody, like, Wu's still normal, you know, but like fucking Masterson, I'm afraid he's gonna fucking stab me in my sleep.
Well, he's processing grief difficultly. Should maybe give Palmanos the heads up about that.
Just the people who are looking for someone to blame, it's me. They're blaming me. But we know that's not the case, don't we? So, I don't know. I'm not sorry I did it. I'm just sorry it's fucking coming out like this right now, especially with that goddamn company man on board.
Yeah, I don't like him being here. I know why we have to have one on board, but there's just something about him that it doesn't pass the smell test.
Yeah, no, it keeps trying to fucking stick his dick in everybody's goddamn business, but
Where else is he gonna stick it?
I mean, he's not allowed to. He can't. He can't tell me what to fucking do. He'd stick it right up Wayland Utani's goddamn ass.
Like,
Listen, Mia, I've known you for a long time. I'm trying not to be mad at you, but it's hard sometimes, you know?
No, and it's fine. It's fine. Be mad. You know, if there was a different way for things to have gone, a different path that made, you know, better sense at that moment, sure, we would have taken it, but a call had to be made. A call was made. Shit happens. It's kind of what you sign on for when you're out in deep space anyway.
Didn't sign on to kill one of my crewmates.
You didn't kill her. It was an accident.
Yeah, you're right.
You can plan for everything, but there's always going to be a certain percentage of margin of error that no matter what you do, you cannot prepare for. It's how we deal with it going forward. Do we take steps to make sure we don't have to make a decision like that again? Yes. I hope we don't have to.
I just miss her, you know?
I do too.
Go ahead and cut over to Wu and Reeves walking over to his room, and Wu opens up the quarters there to his bunk and everything like that, and he goes to a footlocker and he goes, "I'm gonna be completely honest with you there. It's Jonah, right?"
Yeah.
Reeves?
Reeves,
Okay.
please.
He opens up the footlocker and you see like there's like it's pretty impressive because it seems like this is a weapons locker he's made. There seems to be some kind of like shock stick, a sword. You see two M4A3 service pistols hanging up on the top lid of it. And he's like digging out and he pulls out what appears to be a pump action shotgun, and he goes, "So I really wasn't bringing you back here to check out the gun and everything like that. The tension between those two is palpable. It could be cut like a knife that was at my graduation."
Yeah, that's fair, but Woo! I mean that as both your name and the exclamation.
Exclamation.
Goddamn.
That's why I like my name so much, you know? It's dual purpose. And he just goes and hits the slide a bunch of times, and you see shells just start popping out of it, and he goes, take a look at that. It's a RMAT model 37A2 12 gauge pump action. It holds about 10 rounds. I've added a lightweight trigger on there, so it kind of easier pull. Also modified the sights on there. I prefer iron sights, but I like to have a little green dot there to show exactly where things going. Not that you need it with that kind of thing.
Yeah, goddamn, man. Wow.
So sheriff gig, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
You been in the law enforcement game for long?
Long enough, longer than I probably want to be, but I mean, there's nothing else to do out here, right?
Exactly right.
Gorham's Folly's gonna be quiet, I hope.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of quiet. I mean, you get your share of like drunks and such, but I mean, it'll be perfectly fine. I mean, for you, it's one of those backwater places.
Yeah.
I mean, where were you before that?
I've moved around a bit. Yeah, I mean, where you picked me up is where I was for a while. So I just keep
cool. Yeah,
bouncing around.
Yeah, I had a couple friends on the force there and stuff like that, so you might know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, excellent. And he goes, hey, check this out. And he pulls out something that appears to be what looks like a gas pump handle that has a hydraulics thing attached to it, as well as this big canister that seems to be like a nail gun canister on it, and it has a pump on the side of it. And he goes, you ever seen something like this before?
What the tits is this?
Oh, I had Masterson make it for me. What he took there is he took a hydraulic pump, and he took one of those heavy-duty hydraulics canisters there that you have for like a lot of like air rifles and stuff like that, and then he took a nail gun canister, and it's essentially a bolt gun. You just pump that right there. Just pump that nozzle until you get optimum pressure, and then you squeeze the trigger, and then it rockets a nail out just like that.
That's safe to use on a ship?
Probably. In my thinking, I'm not really a science guy, but understanding how, like fire and like fireworks and stuff like that, and explosives and oxygen and pressured areas, yeah, I'd say that's much safer than a firearm. Unless it punctures the hull. Then if it punctures the hull, then you got a whole depressurized cabin.
Yeah, that was my concern.
I mean, yeah, but you're not going to hit the hole because you're not going to miss, right? I mean, look at you, sure shot like you, clocked you with that 357 as soon as you stepped on board.
I mean,
it's not regulation either, is it?
Nah, but you use what you're best with. You use what you're familiar with,
Yeah, well, so who'd they have you partnered up with back when you were, back on Hadley's?
I wasn't really partnered. I did more of the I did more of the dirty work stuff. Yeah, go ahead and what?
He goes, dirty work, huh? Go ahead and make me an empathy and persuasion roll.
Ooh. Yeah, manipulation?
Manipulation, yes, even better.
Oh boy. Not good at this. Okay, I got a 5 and a 2.
A 5 and a 2. So that does not work, but you can, if you want to, push that roll for me.
I will push that roll.
Go ahead and re-roll it again for me and add a stress dice for me.
That's better. 2 success.
2 success. You kind of you're sweating a little bit under your collar. This guy seems to know a lot more about the area that you were picked up from than you do. But he looks at you and goes, oh yeah, they got you doing that groundwork and stuff like that. Good for you getting like a an upgrade, a promotion of sorts to sheriff.
Yeah, you do it long enough, eventually people are like, we'll give you a break.
And he goes, yeah, I understand that. Well, you know what? Go ahead, do what you need to do, get on the ship. But don't be fucking around or anything, or I might have to. And he does like the whole dodge 1, 2, like that, like right by your. He goes, security officer and everything.
I like don't flinch at all. And I'm just like, and you let me know if anyone does get out of hand and you need.
Hey, I'll keep that in mind. You know, got the law on my side. I like how that sounds.
I'm here to help.
Okay, let's go ahead and go over to Palmanos. Palmanos, I assume you've called Masterson in to the med bay. Masterson comes in and he's sweaty. He's got a towel around his neck. He's kind of holding it. He's taken off his jacket that he typically wears when he's working, and he has replaced it with what seems to be like a sleeveless kind of vest of some sorts. And he is like wiping his face down. And he goes, yes, Way?
How are you?
I mean, I'm tired. I'm good, though. I'm tired. But yeah, good.
Seems like you were getting exercise immediately after, or getting right into work after the cryo sleep. That's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like you told us last time, if you get active immediately after getting up from rest, it's the best time to get the blood flowing. It also burns the most calories. I'm trying to go for that V, the swimmer's V and everything.
Yes. Well, I mean, I can certainly work you up a recommended diet to help you achieve this goal of physical fitness you have.
Yeah, I mean, if it's better than Woo's fucking protein pancakes, then yeah.
It might be. I don't know. How are you and Mr. Wu? I did hear you had a bit of an exchange, and I remember, obviously, your hand. How was your hand?
Oh, and he looks at his hand, and he kind of puts it behind his leg a little bit, and he goes, I mean, it's fine. I mean, when you're gambling and such, I know we're not supposed to be doing it on deck, but it kind of happens,
Whatever makes you more at ease here.
Yeah, I mean, tensions get high sometimes, and people kind of they get kind of out of whack sometimes. I wasn't drinking or nothing, I was completely stone sober. Go ahead and make me an observation and empathy roll.
I was gonna say I'm gonna walk up a little closer to him and try and get.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand, my sense of smell is probably pretty good anyway, because it's a stale environment. He's the only guy in the room.
Yeah.
So what am I rolling for that? Observation,
and let's go ahead with empathy here.
All right. Nothing. Nope.
You're more than welcome to push that roll there for me if you want to.
We'll push that roll.
Go ahead and re-roll for me. Push that roll.
So do I re-roll them?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll them for me, but add a stress die.
Oh, okay. I got 2 6s.
2 6s, perfect. So at first, you're like, I'm not really catching anything, and you realize that when you step closer to him, kind of naturally, and because you understand, you've got excellent bedside manner. You've been doing this for a while, so but you realize he stepped back from you when you step close to him, and then you take another step towards him, and then he realizes that his back is to a counter, and you just take a quick and you can smell it on him right now.
Yeah.
That smells like 100% pure grain alcohol on his breath.
You have some good friends on the ship. Yes.
Yeah, great friends.
I'm good to see that they care about you in a way to help you with your troubles. And I know I had restricted a certain level of alcohol intake, and I was reluctant to do so because it helps the grieving process. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this or beat around the bush. I can smell the alcohol on it. It's all right. I'm not here to issue a warning. This is just between you and me.
Yeah, Doc. Sorry. It's just it gets hard sometimes.
Absolutely, and for you more than most. Sometimes the computer has problems. Every now and then, when I update something, it doesn't exactly catch up with the mess hall right away. With sometimes it provides a certain window of opportunity for one to have a nightcap, so to speak. So you should probably stay away from those cafeteria dispensaries, because you might just end up finding yourself a free nightcap once in a while.
He came in like a tough SOB, and then when you were talking to him kind of on the act, he kind of shrinked up like a kid a little bit, and then when you say that, he looks at you and he kind of like it's kind of got like a weird he's picking up what you're putting down. He goes, I think I understand. Yeah, I think I get it, Doc.
Yeah. We're all people here. You're clearly able to do your job as you are. So I don't care. You're smart enough to stay safe. No more punching people.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, won't happen again.
But from one friend to another, obviously, my condolences cannot be overstated about your family.
Ah, shit.
And if you need time, come in here, say you're working on the V, you're trying to get in the best shape, and take a quick 30 minutes off of whatever you're doing. Okay? It's good. Medicine is here.
I'm gonna have you roll me a medical aid and wits roll one more time for me. Actually, let's do empathy here. Medical aid and empathy for me.
Nothing. I'll push it.
You'll push it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you got two stress dice now.
Cool. Nothing but no ones on the stress die.
Perfect. He looks at you and he goes, you can tell that like he's taking your words, like they're heartfelt, like, and he appreciates it, but like he's got that look in the eye of somebody that's like, yeah, I get that. I have steps that I have to take, but I'm like, he's very stubborn. But he goes, anything else you need me for?
Oh, that is it. Well, one more thing. How are you sleeping?
If I gotta be perfectly honest, I'm sleeping like shit. I can't lie to you. You've got charts by you. I mean,
I do. Yeah, that's why I asked.
Nightmares, you know.
That sucks. Well,
yeah.
Swing in. Take whatever you need to take to sleep. You know, even if I have to fudge some numbers. Can I get a quick blood test as well? I noticed your sugars were a little weird.
Yeah, go ahead. And
I'm not gonna run it through the.
And you go ahead and get ready to run a blood test.
Yep.
So, unless there's anything else that's like comes to mind, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit of time here. Blood test runs perfectly fine. You run it through the machine. It'll take a little bit of time to go through. You guys go about the rest of your evening or your day, evening, whatever. You're in space.
Time has no meaning.
Time has no meaning. Yeah, it's cyclical. Goes to the point. It's nothing of out of the ordinary happens. You guys have mess again. Meet up. Dr. Griffin keeps to himself the whole time. Very, very, very standoffish to everybody, more so. He keeps shooting glares and looks over at Rasmussen whenever, like, he's, like, can, it seems. But you all get ready to bed down in quarters. You don't have to get into a cryopod, and it's kind of refreshing for once. Being executive officer, Phelps, you've got your own bunk, and Rasmussen, you're with Masterson. Bunking situation though, it's however you guys see fit, or if you just want to sleep in the cockpit or wherever, or you know if you want to take a sleep on the med bay bed, however. But I do need to know the sleeping arrangements for quarters here.
There's definitely a shot of Willa sleeping with her feet up in like the actual pilot chair.
Pilot chair, perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
like she's just like she's got like a comic book on her chest, like a couple, like a whiskey glass next to her. Like she's just asleep like that. She's not like drunkenly passed out, but she's definitely passed out.
Yeah.
Rasmussen.
No, go ahead.
Rasmussen is not in his bunk. He is in the cafeteria, drinking coffee. And as he thinks everyone leaves, he takes a small pill with his coffee and prepares for the very long night.
Ooh.
Which Reeves might catch because Reeves also swings into the cafeteria, pours himself a cup of coffee, adds a splash from his flask to it, and doesn't plan on bunking down. Doesn't sleep well in the strange environment in space. It doesn't sit well with him.
All right. And Phelps, I assume you're staying in your bunk.
Yeah, just gonna unwind and hopefully get some decent sleep.
And
Probably not.
Palmanos.
Medbay.
Medbay, perfect. Well, we're in a moment of stalemate between Rasmussen and Reeves. Let's take a little bit of time. Do you two communicate or anything with each other, or you just quietly keep to yourselves?
I'll leave it up to Reeves whether or not he sees Rasmussen take his medicine. I don't even think I want to even contest that. I don't even, like, he's not trying to hide it, but he will look at Reeves as he's sipping coffee, and like you noticed, his probably twitchiness and sipping the whiskey that's in his coffee, and just comment, "I can tell you're a grounder. Doesn't feel quite right without a planet underneath your feet."
Hard to tell which way's up sometimes.
I guess that would depend on your general orientation.
There is no up in space.
It's like,
Thank you, Phantasmal Good.
it's I don't know. It's weird. Like, you lay in bed and it's like, you don't, I know there's gravity, but like, you don't feel that pressure. It's not the same. You don't settle into the like mattress the same way as you would like on a planet. You know, it's weird. Nope, I'm good. Coffee.
Well, it's good to see that I won't be the only one awake through the night.
Yeah, sure. No, yeah. So I don't know. So what are you doing out here? I don't really know. I'm just here for the transport, really. But why are you here?
Officially, I'm on Weyland-Yutani orders to
Of course.
supervise his mission. He takes kind of a look around. But unofficially, I'm here as a punishment.
What you do? I won't tell anyone.
Nothing you couldn't find in public files. Just a few bad investments here and there.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want one? It offers you a cigarette.
Yes. I haven't smoked. I don't have a cigarette on me, but I'm just. He's I have a pen.
He lights it for you. Yeah. No, phew. This might even be before your time. But I was offered a job at Weyland-Yutani. I turned it down. It wasn't. How do you say? Didn't sit right with me. So.
Understandable.
Yeah, there's a certain level of pressure to that gig that I wasn't personally ready for. Still not.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I come from a long line of Weyland-Yutani company stooges, as the executive officer would say.
Yeah.
Pretty much what I was meant to do.
I
However,
feel you.
we have strange bedfellows with that Dr. Tandor.
Oh?
Yes, I don't know what Weyland-Yutani has sent him to do, but I will say it's not a simple resupply mission to Gorham's Folly.
Gentlemen, as he says that, go ahead and make me some observation and wits rolls, please.
This is gonna end so well.
I'm good at that. Absolutely.
Observation and wit? Actually, I'm pretty decent at that. Only 6 is a success, yeah.
Only 6 is a success.
1. Damn.
One success.
What are your sheriff eyes see?
What do my sheriff eyes see? I have
How many did you get?
4. I have an 8 dice pool for that. That's my best roll.
So for this roll, you get stunts. So with a lot of free league games, they have stunts for every like extra success you get. So you both hear what I'm about to describe to you, but you get 3 extra questions about it, Mr. Detective Sheriff Man. So at that moment where he's like, strange bedfellows, his Dr. Tandor seems a bit off, you both hear a clatter come from down the hall. It seems to be coming from the cargo bay.
3 questions.
3 questions.
Is it the same cargo bay that I was working in with Masterson earlier?
Correct.
Was it like a metal on metal sound or plastic on metal? Like what type of clatter?
It seemed like something dense, not metal on metal. It seemed like something dense against metal.
Heavy dense or like
average
organic
weight.
dense?
Organic dense.
And was it like a pattern sound or was it like that randomness, like like if you drop a dish, there's a pattern to how it like spins when it's rolled.
Yeah.
And then, or was it kind of like a cat scrabble, like, or randomness pattern to it?
Actually, a cat scrabble would be very much, yes, akin to the noise that you heard.
Okay. The fuck was that? I'm gonna get up and start walking out of the room towards the sound.
Does it sound like something is walking?
Nope.
It was just like a sound,
Just that
and
one
then it went
noise,
silent.
and then it went silent. It went completely silent.
Rasmussen just looks at you, just takes a sip of his coffee. Strange bedfellows indeed.
Yeah, well, you know what? Here, and he sets his coffee down next to you, which is like half drunk, and it blatantly smells like whiskey. I'm just gonna check that out real quick. I'll be back.
Go secret agent your secret agent things. So Reeves, you go make your way down towards it. And I assume you're doing the whole sheriff walk.
Yeah. I actually like pull my gun out of the
Pull your
shoulder
gun.
holster and I've got it in my hand.
Mhm.
I'm like,
when you get to the cargo bay
hanging.
doors, you notice that they're trying to close, and they keep opening. Try to close again.
I also
And-
have a flashlight.
Yeah,
Is
so
it well lit still?
it's been dimmer. So the ship
Nighttime, it's
has
dimmer.
a nighttime mode. It has a dimmer for just to get everybody accustomed.
How the fuck do I turn the light? Whatever. And I pull a like a pen light out, but it's like we're in space.
Yeah.
It's the future. It's like very high
High intensity.
powered. Yeah, high intensity. And I just flick it on. I shine it through the gap in the door into the what's blocking the door.
You have your gun, and you have that position, and you're looking down, and you see what it's hitting at the bottom appears to be like some sort of like fire extinguisher or something. It's a canister. It just keeps on hitting it. When you step up towards the door,
I'm gonna look around first.
you do notice that there doesn't seem to be a place that holds fire extinguishers in this hall.
Fuck, it must have come from in the cargo bay. What the fuck did Masterson do? I'm gonna walk forward, like...
You walk forward, and the doors open, and the lights around the door get a little bit brighter. And the fire extinguisher kind of rolls sideways. You look to your right on the wall, and you can see where it came from. And then you look down on the ground, and you see blood droplets leading toward a pile of crates that have been moved beside the bigger crate.
What the fuck? I'm gonna shine the light in.
Shine the light, and you see what appears to be a single boot hanging off of one of the crates.
I'm gonna hit whatever control panel makes the door open and stay open.
Got it. It stays open.
I'm gonna shine the light around more.
Shine the light around. You don't see anything else out of the ordinary. You see the loader is in its dock. You see those blood splatters that are leading up to the crate, and you see those crates that have been piled up around, and you see almost garishly the Wayland Yutani logo shine on the big grate. Hear a drip noise too coming from over by the crates. Is that like somebody left a faucet on too much?
I'm gonna walk into the cargo hold.
You walk into the cargo hold. Your footsteps syncopated, echoing against the walls. It's deadly quiet here. Do you make your way over to the crates?
I'm gonna make to the boot.
To the boot?
Yeah.
When you go over to the boot, doesn't move, just kind of dangling there. And you kind of turn the corner, kind of lean, kind of safely around, and you see there's a leg connected to it. And it seems like the crates have been formed in a way that looks almost like a throne or something like that.
Fuck.
And you make your way around the full way, and you take your flashlights up, and almost ritualistic-like, sitting in a throne almost, you see Baylor Wu sitting on two crates, hands to the side, arms to the side, with a gaping hole in his chest that seems like it's been pressed in. And there seems to be some kind of burn marks around it. And his head is tilted up. And he's got like a very garish smile on his face. And you see that it's being held open by what appears to be fish hooks of some sort connected to his ears.
I am going to turn around and sprint back down the hallway.
And we are going to take a break right there. So go ahead and grab some more water, grab you a snack, everybody. You hit the head. And let's take a quick break.
And we're good. Break time. Do
Welcome back, everyone, to our Saturday Night One-Shot of Alien, the RPG, where I am playing Reeves, the colonial marshal, new sheriff for Gorham's Folly. And as we jump back into our story at this ridiculous cliffhanger we just hit, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Remind you that it is September. If you like the game you are watching, please support us however you can, be it tweeting, following us on social medias where all the social medias are found, or subscribing to us on Twitch. This episode of Saturday Night One Shots and Alien the RPG will be over on YouTube in about a week, so make sure you pop over there and subscribe to us on YouTube as well to catch all of our VODs for all of our fantastic games. Mm-hmm. That said, I'll hand it back to our game mother.
So Reeves, you're making a break back for the mess hall.
Are
you in the mess hall, or are you?
I'm a sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait a sec. I'm gonna hold on.
Okay. Like you fight the urge, so like you're about to try to run.
I turn and start to, and I'm like, what happened here? Can I make an observation roll?
You can, yeah. So using your investigator talent, go ahead and make an observation roll using wits for me, please.
I have a cat, so this is very awkward. Give me a second.
Oh, no, I mean, I understand.
3.
Okay, so you can ask any of the following questions. What happened here? Is there anything hidden here? And if so, where? Are there any details here that are out of place? Something that's out of the ordinary? I will let you go even further than that if there's any other questions that you want to ask.
Okay.
Being the investigator that you are, any kind of details that you need. You get 3 of them.
Okay. What happened here?
Okay, so using detective mode, like you have.
Very Batman of me, yes.
Very Batman of you. You're looking around. You see the blood drip seems to be... So the dripping blood is pooling into a blood right there. It appears that the blood drips that you saw leading up to this means either the body was carried here or stumbled here, but there probably would have been more of a mess if he stumbled here. It appears when you look around, you see on the crates, they've been fashioned in some kind of throne. It seems like ritualistic murder. When you take a closer look, you are going to notice that the fishing hook are actually like surgical hooks, like suture hooks, and it seems to be a very fine, like kind of wire that has held the smile in place, gone through the ear, and it seems like it's been weaved up to been held up by those hooks, and it seems tied off at the top of the ears very tightly. It's straining a bit much on the skin. You also notice, for what has happened here, it seems that somebody's been ritualistically murdered and they've been placed here of some sorts.
Okay. What am I missing? What's out of place? What's missing here?
What's missing? You look around, you do a quick scan of the room, and everything seems to be perfectly in place except for on the wall where there's like tools and stuff by a tool bench that's in cargo bays. You notice that there seems to be a wrench of some sorts missing. There's an outline where it's supposed to go and it's missing.
I know how Masterson keeps his tools. Like, that's out of place.
Yeah, it's perfectly out of place. You also notice that there was a crate that you made sure was strapped down is missing. It was a Weyland-Yutani crate, but it was about yay high, yay wide. It was easily carried by one person, but it seemed to be like there was a quad pallet where there was like a cube of them kind of stacked together. It seems to be missing, and the strap is hanging loose.
Okay. Who wasn't in the mess hall with us at the same time Wu wasn't? We probably would have congregated again around dinner time.
Yeah.
Who wasn't there?
Masterson wasn't there.
Okay.
He said that he was feeling kind of woozy and he was going to bed early. Tandor wasn't. He took his food and he ate. He said, "I'm eating in my office."
Okay.
And Yuri was there. Good Phelps, Palmanos was there. Rasmussen was there. The captain and the navigation officer, the ladies Bashira, both left early as well.
Okay. Was Wu there at all during dinner?
He cooked dinner and he cooked and he sat down and then he ate before everybody else. He scarfed it down.
Okay.
He said, in kind of reverse logic, if you've ever been a chef, you know, typically chefs say chefs eat last.
Yeah.
He said chefs eat first and went ahead and grabbed it and like wolfed down as much as he could. And he said, "I'm off to do some reps."
Okay. All right. Were those my 3 questions? Yeah.
Those were your 3 questions.
All right. I'm going to look down where my cigarette fell out of my mouth earlier, and it probably landed in blood.
It did.
I'm going to pull another one out of my pack, light it, turn around, and walk quickly back to the mess hall.
When you're walking quickly and you turn, your light catches something on top of the crate that he was resting on that you didn't notice before because the light wasn't hitting just right. When you see it again, you see it's a glistening, like, orb kind of thing that's set on a metallic stand. It looks egg-like almost. It looks like an eggplant, but it's glistening a little bit, and it's sitting on top of a metallic stand on top of the crate. And it's just sitting there.
What is that?
You get a little bit closer.
All right. No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, no, I gotta go tell people. I gotta go report this, and I'm gonna walk back to the mess hall.
All right, you walk back to the mess hall. Rasmussen, have you been like sitting there anxiously, like waiting for the good sheriff to come back?
Yes, I'd probably be not even anxiously, just like tapping away, drumming my fingers, drinking my coffee.
Good. You hear footsteps coming down from where he came from. They seem kind of hurried. They seem erratic, but not like running or anything like that. And from the dim light, you see the silhouette of Reeves coming up, and you see the glow occasionally of a puff of him dragging the cigarette and the glow going across his face. And when you see that glow, he's got grim features on his face, like something, he's seen something serious.
What is it, Sheriff? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Yeah, go get Phelps. No. Sorry. Someone's been killed. Go get Phelps.
The paperwork for this one.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, but we should go get Phelps.
Rasmussen will turn to leave. He'll look back very quickly and go, "Who?"
Woo.
As he turns back and like Rasmussen kind of like starts to walk down, the camera catches him, and you just see like a just not even like a smile, but just like a kind of told you so look on his face. He'll go to get Phelps.
I am going to go find the captain.
Okay. So the captain there, the captain and the navigation officer's quarters are on the opposite side of the mother room near the cockpit.
Yep.
So you go up towards there.
Yep.
When you walk in, you do see the pilot. Good has a comic book draped over her chest, just snoozing, not ungracefully snoring or anything like that, but just seems like has just passed out exactly where they like.
That's
where she is laid. Yeah. And you see the door right there. That just says captain's quarters.
Yep. I'm gonna knock.
Yeah. Tun.
I'm gonna say that also wakes me up.
Yeah, you immediately.
Cause yeah, it's like in the same room with me. It's like
Yeah.
comic book falls off. What the fuck?
Rasmussen, you go to the XO's quarters.
I don't know if you. So I do not go to the XO's quarters.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
I sent a message to you. I don't know if you got it.
Okay. Let me double check and see. Oh God, I've got messages. Close the Discord. Okay. Okay. So you make your way over to to the science lab, and the door opens to the main lab, and the lights kind of turn on, and you see where there is quarters. There seems to be a makeshift sign that says "Private, Do Not Disturb" on that closet that you saw where the cot was earlier.
I knock on the door heavily.
Bum 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 bum.
Not even like don't, just like
Bum bum bum.
3 times.
3 times. You hear a shifting, and then who is it at this hour?
Dr. Tandor, it's Rasmussen. We need to talk about the little mess that you apparently brought onto the ship.
The door slides open, and you see him standing in just a nice white shirt, apparently like a pair of sleep pants, and he has slippers on. They look like Tom's, future slippers. And he goes, "What is the meaning of this? A mess that I brought on board? What are you talking about?"
Security Officer Wu is dead. And I have a feeling you know why and who.
You have a feeling that I know why and who. I've been in my quarters this whole time. Are you accusing me of murder here?
No. I'm accusing whatever those scientific scans I saw peeking into your lab.
You know what? Let's take this up with the sheriff, why don't we?
I'm sure he'll be interested to see the cargo that you have brought on board the ship. But I do not intend to make your life difficult. In fact, it is the very reason why I've come to you first, and not Executive Officer Phelps, who would like nothing more than an excuse to bring me and you.
Go ahead and make me a empathy and manipulation roll.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is something I'm decent at. I mean, what? What? Nothing. I didn't say shit.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Hey.
Oh wait, I can actually roll. Oh
Yeah,
my
roll your
god.
dice.
Because I totally have pants on below the camera. Okay.
That's right.
3 successes.
Nick.
3 successes. All right, here. So you do have stunts for these. So you do get the initial success, and you do get 2 extra stunts. So your opponent does what you want without demanding a favor in return. Your opponent does more than you ask for. For example, giving you some useful piece of information. Details are up to the GM. Your opponent is impressed by you and will try to help you later in some way. Details are up to the GM. So you get 2 of those.
My opponent is impressed by me and will help me later, and then my opponent gives away more detail than I asked for.
He looks at you and he goes, "Can I trust you?"
I feel like I've already made that obvious. It would look very poorly on me and the company were this to get out.
Come in. And he beckons you to come inside of his quarters. We are going to switch over to Palmanos. You hear you're in the med bay, you're sleeping, and that's nearby the lab. You hear some hushed whispers and some hurried tones, and you hear people moving around the ship. By your watch, it's about, I don't know, 100 hours? Oh, 100? Oh, 130?
Unusual for this time. I will get up and leave the med bay and take a peek out to the hall.
Phelps, sound carries on the Matzinger, you know. You also hear noise, people moving around talking. Your room is further down from the med bay and the science lab. But I imagine it would wake you as well.
Probably.
You both peek your head out of your room, kind of looking back and forth. You see each other, just like poking out.
Was that you?
No, that wasn't me. It wasn't you either, was it?
No, I was asleep. Whatever it was woke me.
Something's not right. I don't know. We shouldn't be having sounds like that at this point. I'm gonna holster my service pistol.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have it at my hip, just in case anything has gone wild and out.
Makes sense.
Best I have is a scalpel, probably.
And where do you make your ways?
Start towards the center of the ship, like maybe the mess hall. Try to get my bearings and see where the sound's coming from.
You guys
I will accompany the first officer.
You guys start making your way towards the center of the ship, passing by the science lab, with the lights on in the science lab, but it seems like all the doors are closed. It seems like somebody's in there, but you do see the sign that says "Private, do not enter" on that sign that you know is Tandor's personal quarters that he's turned that storage closet into. You make your way towards the center of the ship. Good, Sheriff.
Yeah.
You knock. Ton.
What the fuck?
Oh, hey,
She
sorry.
like stands up and kind of like looks over. What's going on?
I'm looking for the captain.
Why? It's really late.
Yeah. Do you know where she is?
I assume she's in her quarters.
I knock again. Loud.
Come. Like louder.
Yeah.
Still no reply.
Fuck.
Can like good override it or open the door or something?
Yeah, there's a switch on the outside.
I open it.
Yeah, okay.
You hit the door panel that opens up the door, slides open without any qualms or anything like
I
that.
like walk up beside him because I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Yeah.
The dimmer lights come on, and you see the captain with her back towards you, sitting at a desk. And you see a shape that seems to be under covers on the bed. I don't think much either one of you have seen the inside of the Bashir's quarters, but it's very quaint. It's nice.
Probably seen it like in passing when they were walking in and out, but not like been in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got pictures of like their family hanging up along the walls. It's got a small like tubular like TV set that has a capability of playing like record like hollow recordings and everything like that of like past baseball games that Kadira is very much into.
Captain Bashira.
Doesn't move.
Captain?
Doesn't move.
Stay here. I'll explain in a second. I enter the room.
Step into the room
and look around, not at them. Like I turn and like look above me, and then the
Go ahead and make an observation roll.
corners and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Still smoking.
I don't listen to you, for what it's worth. I walk up to the captain and shake her shoulder.
Okay.
Reckless.
If you start walking in, I grab you.
What the fuck?
I have one success. I think she's dead. I say that as
Why
I'm
would she
looking
be
around and
dead?
I'm holding your shoulder.
Look around. Okay, you get one
Wu is.
question.
Fucking Wu is dead?
What's what happened here?
From what you can tell, you're looking around the room, you hear that same dripping noise that you heard in the cargo bay, and you notice that on one of Captain Bashar's hands, there seems to be blood dripping from a finger. And then you take a notice of the shape, and there does seem to be red, like a red splatter pattern on the wall beside the bed.
Fuck.
And
Yeah.
it seems that it's dripping down.
Yep. Shit. What the fuck is happening on this
What the fuck happened to
fucking
Wu?
ship? Wu is in the cargo hold. He's fucked up.
When you
They're
take,
dead.
like, when you look at the captain, you kind of swivel the chair around.
Yeah, I
And-
I'll have the flashlight up and I use my foot to like.
The dramatic swivel.
Yeah, the dramatic swivel, and you see, same surgical hooks attached to the ears,
What the fuck?
chest caved in.
Did anyone
Seems to
come
be
through
burn
here?
marks around it.
Not that I saw. I've been asleep.
Yep.
I didn't hear anybody.
I will say the captain, the navigation officer, not
Yeah.
the same method of death.
Yeah, I gingerly reach forward and pull the sheet back.
Pull the sheet back. It seems to be very, very, very clean cut, maybe with a surgical tool or something right across the throat. Very quick, painless. No sense of struggle or anything like that happened in sleep.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right. Let's go. Let's
fuck.
head to the mess hall. I sent Rasmussen to find Phelps.
When you guys are, when you guys are heading to, when he says that, good, you're about to turn and something catches your eye. The bathroom door is open to their quarters. And you see sitting in the sink a round object, egg-shaped, glistening, sitting on a metal stand, just kind of sitting in the sink ominously.
Yo, Reeves.
Yo,
What the fuck is that thing?
there was one in the cargo hold too. I don't. What the fuck is that?
Gonna walk up to it. Gonna push the bathroom door open and walk. Come on, I'm reckless.
You push it, you immediately push the, okay, so you push the bathroom door open, and you make your way quickly. The lights turn on when you step inside. When you look at it, it is deep green, glistening. It seems to be wet. And it seems like there's like an eggplant kind of shape on the top of it, like a stem almost. And you can kind of see that there seems to be like some kind of like lines in it, almost like the top of it opens. When you get closer to it, it shudders a little bit. And then the top trifold opens.
Fuck this. She like slams the bathroom door and
Slam
fucks
the
off.
bathroom door shut.
Yeah.
You hit the button, slam the bathroom door shut. And you're like, fuck this. And like kind of like back up a little bit.
What the fuck was that? Was that moving?
Yeah, it was fucking opening.
Jeez, fuck. All right. Go.
About 30 seconds later, you hear a thump against the door.
Fuck this. We're out. We're leaving.
Yeah. Can we lock these? Do these doors lock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a ship that I've been on for years, so I'm gonna say that like we leave and I immediately just like start like locking the door with a code.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And it just locks down. It brings up the little padlock with a red light on it.
Yeah. She's like sweating, like you have seen Good this whole journey just be like swagger girl. And like right now you're seeing like what the fuck. Like
Basically the same.
yeah.
All right. We need to find everyone else. I don't know. Wu's dead. Same as the captain. He's got a fucking hole in his chest. He's got the fishhook thing. I say this as we're walking towards the mess hall, and I'm like,
Phelps, Palmanos,
doors and corners.
You hear what appears to be Good and Reeves walking towards you, and you do hear clearly this sentence: "Wu's dead, so is the captain." And then like you see like a flash of light as like another cigarette is lit by the sheriff.
What the fuck?
Phelps?
Yeah?
Oh, they're
Hey.
fucking dead.
Jesus fucking Christ. Hey. You're the EXO. Where the fuck is Rasmussen?
Fuck if I know.
I sent him to fucking stooge. All right. Wu is dead. I don't fucking know.
Wu is dead.
Here, come on, follow me. The captain is dead.
And her fucking wife.
Thank you.
What?
She had her fucking throat slit in bed, and there was a fucking weird-ass egg thing in the fucking sink.
I have no idea what
And
that's
it
about.
opened, and there was a sound, and apparently there's another one in the cargo bay that you just left there. So God knows what the fuck that is.
I found a dead person, a member of your crew. I came to find you and tell you. I'm sorry. But fucking, I sent Rasmussen to find you. He and I were in the fucking mess hall.
What an appropriate time to go over to Rasmussen and Tandor. Tandor welcomes you into his quarters, and he goes, "So you work for Wayland Yutani?" And he goes and sits at a desk that he has. And he's like moving around things, and he goes, "So what do you know about their secret backdoor R&D research programs, or are you just the pencil pushing man that I think you are?"
No. I know that they were quite seriously interested in the apparent bioweapons division. That was the rumor for a long time before I was ousted, per se.
Bioweapons. Yes, bioweapons. The way of the future. Way to really hold down a whole system with bioweapons. And he's like opening up a notebook, and he brings out a file folder. And he goes, "Tell me, do you mind opening up that file folder and telling me what you see?"
I do so carefully.
You open it up, and you notice that there are some pictures involved. They seem fully developed. The first one that you see is a colony that's on like a snowy kind of tundra kind of area. He goes, "Are you familiar with that?"
Mother, am I?
You are actually not familiar with that area.
Looks like no colony I've seen. What am I looking at?
That is GL-285, also known as Pompeii. Cleverly named because it's the exact opposite of Pompeii. It's in the Kadaji system. Do you know what they did there at Pompeii?
I'm assuming you're talking about this colony
Yes.
and not the actual historical event. Then no, I do not.
They were doing seismic tests, seeing if they could use a specific new kind of sonar that Wayland Yutani was developing to help with deep rock mining. Ways of breaking through ice and finding different minerals, and they found something there. If you could, flip to the next photo.
I do so.
Flip to the next photo, and you see that there seems to be a picture of a cavern of sorts, and there is some kind of like arched way looking vessel or something sitting amongst, and it seems like ice has grown onto it.
Is this a
That-
ship?
Correct, you are, Mr. Rasmussen. That is a ship. That is a vessel.
It's a make and model I've never seen before.
Well, it is not a Wayland Yutani standard vessel, I shall tell you that much. It's not even Seegson. Well, it's not anything.
It's not Union.
Definitely not Union. Not part of the Three World Empire. None of that. It's quite alien in nature, you see. Please, flip to the next photo. You see a photo of Dr. Tandor. Obviously holding up what seems to be like an egg kind of shaped thing. And you see in the background, there seems to be a field of them behind him. He goes, "We had found a bunch of dormant, what appears to be eggs."
Eggs.
Yes.
Xenological materials. The company would
Yes.
pay a fortune for this.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. And I was, I should say, the lead scientist on the Pompeii project until I was demoted and canned because, well, I realized that it was priceless research. And I tried to sell it to Siegson because they offered a fair price. Now that might boil your blood there, Mr. Rasmussen. Might I call you Tomas?
You may.
Tomas. They felt that it was important that I couldn't get out of their clutches, so I'm on a very tight leash. You're understanding where I'm going, correct?
Yes. Weyland-Yutani is known to have a stranglehold. I would be lying if I did not admit I have recent frustrations with my own personal shortcomings in their divisions, and which has sent me to this lug of a ship as a punishment.
Mr. Rasmussen, would you be willing to make a portion of a fair fortune if it meant selling out your bosses, the ones that put you on this wreck?
For the right deal, I would consider.
What are you thinking?
In short, a king's ransom in order to live comfortably for the rest of my days, and protection from the company.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion and empathy.
Persuasion and empathy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, where is it?
Might be manipulation.
It's
I'm probably
manipulation.
going-
There
yeah,
we go.
manipulation,
That's why I was like, I was like, where is
15
persuasion?
different systems in my brain.
Oh, I keep going to my dice roller, but I can roll the dice now.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice, he says.
Pull the lever, Crump.
The other lever.
I have one success only.
One success only?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Still a success.
Yeah.
Still a success.
I was gonna push, but I was like, maybe now's not the time to like.
It's
get
a one
stress.
shot. You can push every fucking time.
He's moved his hands from the steepled position that they were in. And he goes, is there anything else that you wish for?
Employment for whoever you are going to. Take me with you.
Take you with me. I see. Can you go ahead and give me a mobility and agility roll, please?
Oh boy. Okay.
Our boy Rasmussen.
As he this fuck's gonna kill me. I'd like to see him try. Oh, we'll choose him.
I think we're seeing him try right
Yeah,
now.
I think that's what we're doing right now. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
You see him make a stab for you. You do lose 1 point of health as he pulls out a scalpel and cuts you and nicks you. He was going for your neck, very clean, but he got you on your collarbone. So you do lose 1 point of health.
Do I start bleeding?
A little bit, yes. And he goes, oh, dear, dear, dear. You see, I would have paid you. But the whole employment thing, that doesn't sit well with me. And he starts, like, walking towards you. Let's cut to everybody else.
Oh, wait. One last detail, though, because I feel
Okay.
like... So as he
Okay.
pulls the scalpel off, because just you see that it is not blood that is on the scalpel, but a white milky substance.
Yes! We have our android.
I was
What? What?
I thought it was him.
frick.
I thought it was him. I did. Yay.
Nice.
I dig it though. Sweet.
Everyone thought it was Rick.
Me? I mean, I wouldn't hurt any of you.
I thought it was you because you kept saying things like buffoonery.
Your human emotions.
And yeah, let me add on. As soon as he pulls back the scalpel and he's got a smile on his face, he looks down at the scalpel and goes, "Oh dear." Everybody else in the mess, you've congregated.
All right. Listen. Okay. Fucking fuck. All right.
Good literally is like pouring herself a shot of whiskey
Yeah,
while we're talking.
yeah. He's like lighting a cigarette and opening his flask. He's like, "All right."
Phelps, signals to pour one for me too.
So I was here with Rasmussen. I can't fucking sleep on this fucking hunk of metal. We heard something. I went down to the cargo bay. I heard a noise. I was looking inside. I found Wu dead. He's fucking carved up.
Such a fucking waste, man.
Someone carved him after.
He's got a
post-mortem?
huge gaping hole in his chest, and he's got these fish hooks pulling his fucking mouth open. He's up on this. It's really fucking sacrificial looking.
Where did you find him?
In the cargo bay. I'll show you. And then there was this weird egg thing. I don't know.
It was so
Hold on.
fucking creepy as
Yeah.
fuck. It was like
So-
green and it opened and it shook.
Small?
No, like a fucking big ass fucking egg.
Yeah, it's like it's
Like
like
an
almost
ostrich?
like a container. No.
Yeah,
fair.
it was like a little like altar thing too. It was fucking weird. It was like somebody put it there like a ritual.
Yeah.
This is most disturbing.
So hold on, but we're fucking all okay. God damn it. So Wu's dead. I come back here. I told Rasmussen to find Phelps, which he didn't do, and then
Fuck Rasmussen.
Where would he
and
have gone?
I went to find the captain, and I woke Good up by accident, and we opened the captain's quarters because I was knocking and no one answered, and found the captain and her wife dead. Fucking captain's the same way. Navigation is throat slit, and then there was another one of those weird egg things in the bathroom, and this is all you, Good.
I just wanted to see what the fuck it was. I've never seen one, but I didn't know what the fuck it was. I went and I looked at it, and it was shaking, and then it started to open, and then I fucked off out of there.
But the egg
Yeah.
opened?
It was about to. It started to, but I locked their quarters. I didn't
Yeah.
want whatever is in there to get me arrested.
What about Tandor or Aslov?
Haven't seen him.
I don't know. Fuck, did I I say that, and then I just stop talking. I'm like,
Did you shut the what?
Did you not?
I
shut
wa-
the
I
fucking
just
cargo
turned-
bay?
I turn and walk out of the room towards the cargo bay.
God,
Turn and walk out
fucking
of the room
memories.
towards the cargo bay. Start making your way down.
I'm gonna like run alongside him. I'm like,
take a swig from my flask and shove it back in my pocket.
yeah, I'm like jogging next to him because I'm like, no, I was berating you, and I'm going to keep berating you as we run down the hallway. Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Is there a way I can page Aslov to see what's going on with them?
Yeah, definitely. You go to Page, and as you guys are running down, you hear the pager go off in his quarters. As you pass by him.
As I pass by, I like do like a fist on the door too. I'm like, as love, and like keep running, but like a little
moving.
extra, like.
Aslov. And you guys make your way to Cargo Bay 2.
Yeah. Did I shut the door?
You did not shut the door.
Ah,
It was
fuck.
wide open.
I walk over and I shut the door. I
Shut it immediately.
if that fucking fire extinguisher is still there, I kick it into the room and I shut the door.
You just hear the clunk, 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 clunk,
Do we
clunk,
see
clunk.
anything
Bastard.
before
So I
he
would've
shuts the door? Like,
followed
is there?
them.
Is the exit
What you
there?
do is you see the floodlights that are like emergency floodlights that kind of like keep up just any kind of light in a cargo bay, and you do see like a silhouette of a boot and some crates over to the side of that big fucking monolithic Wayland Yutani crate. But you don't see an egg or anything like that, and the door's just.
All right, so he shuts it, and then I lean in and do
Yeah.
the like lock code again.
Yeah, I'm like I'm like,
Whoa.
what's the code to lock? Does that
No,
like?
I want to see what's going on.
No, you do not fucking want to see what's going on.
Well, whatever was
I
in
do
there
want
is
to-
obviously out
he
and
should.
killed everyone else.
No, he should. He should see it.
All right.
Okay,
let me-
fine. Open the fucking
All
door
right.
then.
Boom! I open the door. I just
Can I like turn
slap
on the
thing.
emergency lights?
Yeah, and they go. It's red.
Okay, so
And
I like turn
I
on the
pull
like
out my
emergency
flashlight.
light, so it's like actually lit now.
Actually lit and everything like that.
Yeah, and I pull out my
Oh.
flashlight so we have the white light from it.
Cool. Perfect.
And I'm like, all right, come here.
Lead him over. You see the blood pool has spread a little bit,
Oh, dear.
and what you see, Josue and Phelps, is Wu sitting, and he's kind of leaned over a little bit from like sitting up all the time, and you see fish hooks holding up into a smile attached to ears. You see the pushed in like entry / exit wound or whatever, and it seems singed a little bit around it, and it's just sitting there almost ritualistic like, and you see
And then I shine the flashlight over to where the egg was.
and you see an egg.
I have my gun out, by the way. I pulled it when we walked in the room.
Gun is out, and you see before it was a closed egg shape, and it appears that the top of it has flowered open.
Oh, fuck! What is that? It was closed.
Okay. It was closed before.
Yeah. Yes, it was closed when I was in here.
Was his
Stuff.
is anything else different?
Is anything else different? Do you need me to roll?
While y'all are talking, you see Good just like pacing back and forth in the background, just like ripping her fucking hair out.
Go ahead and make me a observation roll there, Reeves.
Yeah. I can do
Is
that.
there any roll that you would want to make, Palmanos or Phelps?
Yeah, I mean, if I want to do an observation roll, it'd be
good?
great.
Yeah.
See if I
yeah.
notice
Observation
anything.
roll. Yeah.
Especially because I
I-
know Woo, so
There's nothing I can do.
observation width.
Observation and wits. Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do for this person.
I'm aware he's fucking dead.
Well, game mother, I will check the crate.
Check the crate. Okay. Cool. Go ahead and give me the main crate, the big crate.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Give me a. You know what? So you got 2 successes, Reeves, right?
Yeah.
How many successes did you get? Good. 1 success. Okay, cool. Keep that in mind. Palmanos, you go over to the crate, and when you step up to it, the keypad on it tilts out, so it's almost like, and then like a keyboard appears, and like it comes up, and it asks for like a profile and password to log in.
Interesting. Can I try what I might do?
Yeah. Give a wits and comtech roll.
Nope. Got no successes.
No
Is
successes.
there like a beeping noise or anything when he fails?
Yeah. So you hear you type in something that you can try, moving your fingers very quickly, and you hit enter, and you hear a bam boom, and it
Yeah,
says
that's strange.
incorrect. Yeah, incorrect, and it says
Do you need help?
3 more tries available.
Yeah, I mean, I used my clearance and it clearly was not up to par. If you have clearance or some kind of hacking,
I got this. I don't ask.
Well,
Can I?
You can roll the same as well, comtech and wits. Good. While they're doing that, you hear something move over in the corner by the tool bench.
So I turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see what it is?
Nope. But you do see that there's like something wobbling on the tool bench, like it had just been brushed across.
Oh yeah, like a can or something.
Yeah,
It's like-
can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
2 successes on that comtech.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a success, and you also get a stunt. For this, you can gain a +1 modification to a later skill roll related to comtech. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future. You do it quickly in half the time it would normally take. You get new or unexpected information. You hide your tracks, or you show off.
New or unexpected information.
Yeah, so you go and type in, and you're just like, you're like, yeah, it's fucking easy. And you just do like a backdoor kind of like thing that's like seems general use for Wayland Yutani, like backdoor stuff. Cause
I'm like, I've got experience with the fucking WY. I'm like, all right, hold on. I've used this before. There's a backdoor code for boom.
And it goes and it says, welcome, administrator. And then it brings up, and you see a flash. It comes up in like a corner, almost like a watermark. And then it says Wayland Yutani biochemical R&D in the corner. And then it goes to a 4 like slot to choose from panel that says unlock, lock, but lock is grayed out, manifest, or diagnostics. And in the top right corner, you see it looks like it could be just checking bit rate of the system itself, or it could be a heart rate monitor.
Tap manifest.
Tap manifest?
Yeah.
Brings up and it says, all it just says on it is Vesuvius on top of it. It gives the weight, and it says 4 units, separate, ship separate, main unit, do not tamper with, do not open until in contained area.
So.
The fuck?
And I watched this as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not hiding it. I'm like, I'm pointing it out, actually. I'm like, what the fuck?
If this were a movie, the framing would be so that you would see them looking at this while you see Good in the background getting closer to the tool bench.
Are you getting closer to the tool bench?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, she's like mad at this point. Like, she's like, what the fuck? I needed it. Like, I was either going to go to the tool bench or I was going to start throwing the other WY crates. So, you know, whichever one you prefer.
When you go to the tool bench, you make your way, you hear another something move behind it. Phelps, are you doing anything?
I'm just getting my gun ready.
Okay, getting your gun ready.
If the skittering's getting about, it's also question: would we happen to have any sort of escape pods?
You do know that there are 2 escape pods.
Oh, I have a diagnostic device too. I don't know what that does, but I have it in my gear.
That is for checking the ship diagnostics.
Okay, I didn't know if it would like work as like a
like a scanner motion track. Yeah. As you get closer, I do need you to make me an agility mobility roll.
Yes, that's my roll.
That's your shit. That is in fact your shit.
Agility mobility. I dropped the dice, so I'm gonna reroll 1. I don't know where that went. 2 successes.
2 successes. Excellent. So when you're like, what the fuck is that over there? Phelps, you see something leap out towards Good. Kind of like shaped like this.
Oh, wonder what that could be.
You really quickly, you're like, what the fuck? And then you like dodge out of the way, and I'll also give you a maneuver if you want to at all. Do any close combat at all good or anything like that, if you want to try to kick it when it lands or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that like as it flies at me, I like literally do the like arm thing and like splat it against a wall.
Okay, cool.
Like just fuck it.
Go ahead and roll me a close combat strength.
If she's unable to bat it away, can I like dive at her to?
Yes.
Close combat.
Can I try
my
shooting?
shit.
Yes, as well.
Oh shit, I rolled a
It's just
6. Yes.
all of it.
Roll the 6. Yeah.
I did.
So, if you want to, go ahead and make me a range combat and agility. Not close combat. Yeah, range combat and agility.
All right. That is a 2 success.
2 successes. So, a couple things happen. Palmanos, you make your way to like dive to help, and Good, you knock it against the wall, and you hear a kind of like a thump, like an organic thump, and it hits, and it doesn't move, and then it hops up on like scary little legs. And you see this tail whipping around, and it's like making this ungodly screech, and then you just hear one clean shot ring out. and you see the thing splat, and then like kind of get pushed back from the momentum of the bullet hitting it against and it's kind of twitching a little bit, but it's not able to jump up or anything like that. And then the camera just pans, and you see Phelps with her service pistol out, smoke still coming from the barrel.
So Good lets out a stream of profanities, like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? And she starts marching towards where Tandor was, like his quarters.
Got it.
Because she is pissed.
Perfect. Let's go on over to Tandor and Rasmussen.
I'll follow.
So, I had a question.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it.
Oh goodness.
I'm sorry. I don't
I've got to
wanna,
keep up my Discord. Yeah.
I keep
It's not PMing questions.
I just didn't want to bog down the game.
He's gonna
Oh, that
do
would be
sneaky
close combat
Android shit.
strength. That would be close combat strength roll.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a close combat strength roll.
As I approach,
I will be doing the same.
As I approached Dr. Tandor and I said, because his words to me were, "I might have left you live if you just asked for money."
Yeah.
And good old Tomas's answer might have been, "I might have let you die last if you just brought me along."
Good.
Hopefully I don't fail this roll. Let's see.
Every time you say good, Wes, I'm like, yes.
Good. Good.
2 successes?
2 successes. All right. So you go and you grab him, and he tries to cut at you, and he does cut again at your sleeve, and it gets you, and you see the white kind of milky substance like fall on the floor, and you grab him, and you like hold him, and he's like trying to fight back, and then you take both of his wrists and you hold with one hand, and you grab the bottle.
Yeah, I imagine I pinch his nose too.
Yeah,
I can.
Like
so he
you could hold it up, like you've got the strength, so you could hold it up and like make him pinch his own nose.
Yeah, so he opens his mouth.
So he opens his mouth, and then you grab the bottle of your pills, and then you just pour them into his mouth, and then go ahead and make me another close combat and strength roll.
Okay. I hope you like being awake, Dr. Tandor. 1 success.
1 success. You just put your other hand over his mouth and hold it, and you see him like kind of struggling, and you can, in your cold, lifeless hands, you can feel his heart rate quicken and quicken. You can see his eyes, like they're like terrified and bulging and stuff like that. And he's like trying to say something while you're holding his mouth closed. And he's just going, and then you see that his eyes are starting to go bloodshot, and then he starts kind of twitching.
Overdose on Never Sleep. On maximum overdose, seizures will start, followed by spasms of the muscle, and then finally ending with cardiac arrest.
And then you let him go, and he falls back on his cot, and he's kind of having muscle spasms, and then after a minute, he goes limp. And the guys in the cargo bay are heading towards, or Good's heading towards Tandor, correct?
Yeah, she just like stormed the fuck off. She was pissed at Wayland Yutani.
I'm following, most likely.
Are you trying to stop me? Because I figured you would be looking at the alien corpse.
No, I'm trying to make sure that you're all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're a good doctor.
What are Phelps and Reeves doing?
Well, I actually wasn't looking at any of that. I'm looking.
Yeah, you were
at
looking at
the manifest,
Yeah.
and the doctor just fucked off with all the other stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah. You heard
You didn't even look up at the gunshot?
well, yeah, but
the
I'm
gunshot went off, and like a quick look over, and then just going back to it. Not even a flinch at a gunshot. Just.
Yeah, no, I'm like.
You two are storming off. Phelps, what are you doing?
Well, you got Good running off, and Reeves following after. Palmanos, what is he doing?
He's following me.
Good.
Oh, he's following.
Yeah.
So everyone's following good.
Nope, Reeves is still there.
Okay.
He's just still there looking at the
Sorry, I
manifest.
got the two mixed up.
Yeah.
So the pods, what's their capacity? Are they just single?
They are they can hold each can hold up to 5 people, including 1 pilot. So 1 pilot and 4 passengers.
Good to know. All right. I'm gonna go after Good. Yelling after her like, "Hey, Willa, hold up. I think what we need to do. I think we need to get off the ship."
We need to figure out what's up with these Weyland-Yutani fuckheads. That's what we need to do. What kind of shit they brought on our fucking ship?
When you scroll to the
It's
bottom
gonna
of
be
the-
their fucking problem now.
This ship is my fucking baby, and I'm not going to leave it over to some Weyland-Yutani bullshit.
Can you fight whatever sort of crazy surgical thing that was?
I don't know, I just hit that one little motherfucker.
Yeah, but what if there's more?
Then you can shoot them too.
Mother,
Yes.
remind me what the screen read when I hit manifest.
It told you Vesuvius at the top, and it gave you a listing. It said 4 units separated. And then it was going over more details like height and weight and stuff like that. And it had that monitor in the top that could either be bit rate or heart rate. And then at the very bottom, it seems it has a timer going down, and it says time till eruption on it, and it's got an hour left. And it just hit 59, 59, 58.
Is it possible for me to see if this crate has been opened?
Yeah. You go ahead and you can go to diagnostics real quick, and it says that it was sealed at Pompeii site. And then it gave all the transmit when it was scanned in and stuff like that. It hasn't been opened since being transited on board the ship and everything like that. Put it into the shipment place and stuff like that. It hasn't been opened since.
Is there a welder?
Yes. Make me an observation roll, and let's go ahead and switch over to Good and Phelps and Paul Manos.
So Good does the thing where she stops, the movie thing where stops and whirls on her heels and just gets in Phelps' face, right?
Okay.
And she's like, "Listen, Mia, I know that you're real good at not taking responsibility for your fucking bullshit, so why don't you go get on the goddamn escape pod, and me and everybody else here will fix this shit. Then maybe you can get another goddamn promotion, all right?"
I'm trying to do the right thing, trying to get everyone off the ship to protect them, to make sure that we don't have another fucking accident. But hey,
I'm trying to run away.
Do what you want. You're little Miss Billy Badass, always wanting to go head first, fist to fist with everyone. You don't give a shit.
I give more of a shit than you, clearly.
All right, you know what?
you-
Here, take my gun. You can go fire those things. Since you're so great and so brave and so fearless and reckless, just go for it.
Hey, Paul Manos. You know who made
Yes.
the call that got Lyra killed? Was this fucking bitch. She let me take the fall for it so she wouldn't lose her fucking precious job.
That is psychologically accurate.
Get the fuck out. We don't need you.
Rasmussen, as you see Tandor has perished,
I'm collecting those fucking
Here.
documents.
you grab the documents and everything, open up your briefcase, and as you open up the briefcase and put it in there, you hear yelling coming from outside the lab.
Like it's coming towards me.
Yeah, like it's right outside the fucking lab, and people are yelling at each other. Palmanos, you've also noticed that when Aslov's door was knocked on, it did not open. Never came out.
That's really concerning.
Probably got a fucking slit throat and an egg.
Oh shit! Hopefully not. Good. Do you mind if I check on Anslov real quick while you and Phelps work this out?
Good just grabs Phelps' gun and just turns her back on her. and just walks off with Palmanos.
All right, we're gonna go check on Aslan.
Yeah. Our friend.
Cool. All right. Phelps and Palmanos, you go to open up Yori's door. The lights come on, and you see...
Wait, good in Palmanos.
Oh, good in Palmanos, yes.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, good in Palmanos, yeah. You go and you open up the door, and you see prostrated before what seems to be like a nightstand that has an egg on it that has been open. You see Yuri almost in like a prayer kind of stance, knees on the ground, hands on his wrist, and you notice that there's one of those things on his face, and its tail has wrapped around his neck.
Palmanos, get it off him.
What the fuck? I'm gonna go try and get this off him.
And I'm going to ready my gun that I just took from Phelps.
You go up to him. You can tell that he is still breathing. It's a calm breathing. Go ahead and give me a close combat and strength roll, please.
One success.
You grab it at the top part where you can get the most leverage, and you try to pull it off, and then you start hearing a gurgling noise. And you're pulling it off, but then you realize that there's like a tube that's coming from the specimen inside of Yori's mouth. And as soon as you do that, and you start pulling it, and like the legs are trying to hold on, the tail around it grows tighter, and you start hearing him go.
I tried to shoot the thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a range combat and agility roll.
Which is coincidental because I would have let go and been like, this thing is some kind of symbiont and it's now killing him. So I'll let go by then.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go to the comm
Okay.
and I guess make an announcement at this point that any remaining crew member who is still alive and would like to remain alive can meet me at the escape pods.
That's my cue.
You guys hear that?
I got 3 successes on my
3
shot.
successes? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Dope.
Like a 7
dope,
die
dope.
pool for me, so.
Dope. So you hit, and you get, for every extra that you roll, so you get 2 extras, you can inflict 1 more point of damage. You can choose that multiple times if you want to. You pin down your opponent. You position yourself and get to exchange initiative score with your enemy. Your target drops a weapon or another handheld object, or your opponent falls to the ground or is pushed back.
Definitely falls to the ground or is pushed back.
Yeah. So and that's one. Do you want to do another extra point of damage as well? On
Yes.
Top of that? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wow.
Excellent. So yeah, you bring up your the gun that Phelps like shoved into your chest. You immediately, boom, just as soon as like you see Palmanos is pulling it back, and you hear the gurgling, and you just don't hesitate.
Yeah.
And you
Fuck that
shoot
thing.
it in between. Josue, there is
Yeah.
now just mess goop in your hands. And you let go, and the thing just the tail falls down, the lower half of it falls down, and it's still kind of twitching, but it is messed up. And then Yuri just goes,
Yuri! I'm gonna try to stabilize him.
yeah, give me a medical aid and a wits roll. Rasmussen, Reeves, and also Good and Palmanos, you hear over the intercoms Phelps saying, any living crew members that still want to, that are still alive, please meet me at the escape pods. What are y'all doing?
There's 2 escape pods, right?
Yes, there are 2.
Are they, how
Okay,
many?
so I'm just fucking bitch. And I just keep dealing. I'm worried about Yuri now. So
Yeah.
How many people can each escape pod fit that we know offhand?
5, 1 pilot and 4.
Oh, so yeah, we can all fit.
I rolled 2 successes on my observation roll, I was like, I'm gonna weld this fucking thing shut.
Yeah, you go immediately, you look over and you see beside, like, there's like a station with like a couple of like handheld use and stuff, and you find there's a plasma welder, as well as what appears to be some kind of like a potato gun of some sorts. It seems potato gun shaped. It definitely seems like it's man-made. But yeah, you find a welder.
I'm gonna. What is this potato gun thing? Before I grab the welder.
You pick it up, and it is exactly what you think it is. It seems to be a constructed potato gun. You remember that Wu told you that Masterson made him a bolt gun, so Masterson probably made a potato cannon at one point as well that like launches like large or like baseball-sized objects. And then you notice that there is like a bin of baseballs. Some have been singed by lighter fluid, and
That's like how we fuck around when the captain's not looking.
Oh.
We take that gun down to the fucking like rec room and just shoot each other.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the welder
Like
and I'm gonna do
tennis racket in like Good's hand and like potato gun in like Wu's hand. Just all right, let's go.
Okay, so you grab the welder,
Yeah.
and what are you doing with said welder?
I'm gonna weld that crate shut.
Okay, so you go at it. Let me go ahead and give me a heavy machinery and agility instead of strength.
Okay, cool. That's that. Okay.
All right, Rasmussen, what are you doing?
I would quickly search the. Rasmussen would quickly search the science lab just to see if we can find a weapon of some sort for his own protection.
There's a scalpel.
I'm not gonna take that because I feel like I'd be better at hands than my own. And then I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna go for the escape pods with the briefcase of documents.
Okay. Yep. You just make your way quickly. You see Yuri's door open, and you hear like Good and Palmanos going, Yuri. You're like Yuri, and you hear a, and you start making your way towards the escape pods. What was that welding check? On success, yeah, you start going at it. It's kind of slow going. You know how a welder is.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta be calm with it and cool with it. Luckily, you don't need a mask or anything like that. It's one of those nifty ones that has the panel on it, so you can see it yourself. And you don't have to put goggles on or anything. Palmanos, good.
I had 4 successes on that medical.
Fucking, you immediately figure out, like, good. You see Palmanos, like, take a pillow and like keeping and looking at Yuri, and you're like, stay with me, Yuri, stay with me. And you put Yuri's head on a pillow, and then you realize that something's obstructing his airway. And so you go ahead and you really quickly, and you've got like your side pouch of like your gear or whatever that you have, like that's like quick on hand stuff. You pull out a scalpel, and good, you see Palmanos quickly just tilt the neck back open, take out a pin, and with one hand uncap the pin, and then do an incision with the right hand on the neck, and then grab out all the pin innards, and then immediately insert it into the airway. And then you hear like a quick.
You just intubate him with a fucking pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then just quickly, without even saying, just like, yep. And then take a bandage that's from your side pack and just wrap it around, and then tape, and then just kind of like touch his forehead.
Yeah. Stay with me.
And then like Yuri's like eyes open as you like get air to him, and he's like looking around.
He's probably going into shock.
Gonna be all right, man.
Phelps, you make your way towards the escape pods. You're going in, and I'm imagining you're typing in like everything, getting one of them ready. You hear footsteps behind you.
I turn around.
And you see Masterson. And he's
We
like,
forgot about Masterson.
and he goes, are you getting the escape pods ready? What happened?
There's something on the ship. Something that was part of the cargo. It's gotten out. I'm not sure. Wu's dead. I'm pretty sure a couple others are also dead.
And he just starts shaking his head.
And rather than risking anyone else.
Mia, risking anybody else? You take risks all the time. Hell, you took a risk with Lyra. Wu's not dead. Catherine's not dead either. Kadira's dead, but you know, sacrifices get made. They're just merely waiting. You can wait too. And he starts taking a step to you, and then you see that he pulls out a bloody scalpel from his pocket and starts making his way towards you, Phelps. Rasmussen.
Yes.
You turn the corner, and you see Masterson walking towards Phelps, who's standing by the panels for one of the escape pods. And it seems that he has a scalpel in his hands.
I want to sneak up behind it. Like, I want to slowly...
Okay.
Because I guess Phelps can see me.
Phelps, you do see
And I'm just...
Rasmussen.
Our
Go ahead
eyes
and make...
split between Rasmussen and Masterson.
No.
Go ahead and make a mobility and agility roll there, Rasmussen.
Not the eyes.
Phelps, as he's walking up to you, he goes, "Look, I wasn't a believer either, but then I got a hand on Dr. Tandor's notes. You see, he doesn't keep that place locked. He's pretty confident in himself. And, you know, a lot of the things that he was studying, it made a lot of sense. And I learned that, you know, with the things that he was studying, it could potentially bring somebody back. And I think I can bring her back. But I just gotta make a couple sacrifices first, and I'm sure you're willing to atone for what you did to her." What did you get on your roll?
3.
3? Yeah, you're sneaking up behind him. Phelps, you doing anything?
She just keeps looking at Masterson. When you're in command, you sometimes have to make difficult decisions. Do I regret the decision? No. Do I wish the outcome was different? Yes.
If you wish that, then why'd you put it on Good, all right? Good's a damn good pilot, part of this crew, a part of this family. And you threw her under the bus. And he's like kind of stopped, and he's like holding up the scalpel now, and he's like, "You're saying these things, but it doesn't make sense. All right? Would you throw me under the bus, huh? Huh? If it was something different? Or would you just got me killed too?" Reeves, you've managed to get the thing welded shut.
Yep. I
What are you
dropped the
doing?
welder.
Drop the welder?
I pull my gun out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just start stalking out of the room. I'm heading towards Wu's quarters.
Are you heading towards Wu's quarters? Okay, cool.
Fuck this.
You see, as you're passing by and you're heading to Wu's quarters, next door to Aslov's, you see Yori being cared to by Good and Palmanos on the ground.
Walk right by.
Walk right by. And you make it to Wu's room. What are you grabbing?
The shotgun.
You immediately grab the shotgun. You notice that Wu has put the shells into it. And where are you headed next?
No. Well, does he have anything automatic? You know what? The nail gun.
The nail gun? You grab the nail
that
gun.
too.
Cool.
I'm assuming that he has some sort of holster or
Yeah.
strap.
He's got a strap sling for the shotgun.
I sling
Yep.
the shotgun over my shoulder, and I am holding my gun and the nail gun, and I walk back out, and I start walking back towards where I think because I'm not quite familiar with this ship. I'm going to be looking for the fucking escape pods.
Okay, start heading to the escape pods. Rasmussen, what are you doing? You're sneaking up behind this guy.
You're muted, Rasmussen.
You're muted,
Damn it!
Rasmussen.
Damn it! Once I'm in position, with suggestions from the chat, if it's possible that I would have a pen on me, I will go with the powerful android pen strike to the base of the neck to end this quick.
Go ahead and give me a close combat and add an extra dice to your roll as well, because he does not know that you are coming for him.
I just give that office look to the camera. Okay, yeah. Okay, close combat plus strength.
Yep.
It's not a lot, but let's. Oh, only one success.
Only one success.
People keep saying that like that means something. in this
Well,
game. You succeeded.
You succeeded. You succeeded. Do you wish to push the roll at all?
I can't.
Oh, you can't. That's right. Yep.
Because
yep.
I'm an android.
Android. Yep. You go and you just strike the base of his neck, and it goes in, and he goes, "Ah, fuck!" And he turns, and he like looks at you, and he goes, "Oh, this motherfucker, always sticking his fucking nose in where it doesn't belong." Good and Palmanos, what are y'all doing? Yuri's like looking around, and he's like trying to like breathe calmly.
Question: I don't know how far we are from where our escape pods or cargo bay is. Do I hear anything going down, or is it just
You heard an "oh fuck," and you heard as well Reeves as you saw Reeves like
You just
walk
see me
past briskly.
stomp past. I'm like,
me and my gun are running towards the oh fuck?
Okay,
Because like Palmanis seems to have this under control.
got it, excellent.
as soon as I hear the oh fuck, I start running.
You guys haul Dick around, and you see, you make the corner, and you see, with a briefcase and holding a hand up, you see Rasmussen, and you see, like, Masterson with a scalpel, that's a bloody scalpel, and a pin sticking out of the back of his neck, and Phelps standing beside the console.
I'm going to shoot
Okay, roll range, combat, and agility.
Masterson.
Do we see that Rasmussen has like a cut where he's not bleeding? Like an android
Make me
cut?
an observation roll real quick.
Okay. Just observation what? Wits?
Observation wits, yeah.
That is not my pool.
While that's happening, I'm picking up Dr. Aslov to bring him towards where this is happening,
Yep.
but carrying him in a stable way.
Wait, isn't
Yeah.
there a thing where if you fail and you also get a 1, that's like a thing?
If it's on a stress dice.
Stress.
Oh, okay. I don't have any stress
Yeah.
there. Right
I'm
now.
going to
Okay.
push.
Okay, go ahead and push.
I'm gonna push too.
Stress
Palmanos
dice,
is just chugging milk as he brings Assel.
Palmanos, you expertly just pick up Yuri like it's no problem at all. Just stand up and calm, and you're like, everything's gonna be okay, Yuri. Calm down.
I got 2 successes on observation wits that time.
You see, like, on the briefcase hand, there is a little bit of what appears to be white liquid. It's like a creamy, milky substance that's like bleeding from a cut, and it's going on the briefcase. And you notice just like his general well-being and everything like that, like his whole appearance is very like ruffled. And shooting.
3 successes.
Three
including
successes?
1 on my stress die.
Oh, okay, excellent. So you shoot. So that's what 2 extras do you want to do? Do you want to make him drop a weapon? Do you want to knock him down? Do you want to do extra? Do you want to do maximum damage?
I'm shooting him with the nail gun, and I'm doing extra damage because I'm shooting him in the face.
Okay. As he goes, he's like, "Oh fuck!" He's like, "Just give me a second. I'll take it. I'm gonna get back at every single one of you." And he looks at you and he goes, "Reese, buddy," and then
Boom.
boom, and then you hear you pull it, and then you hear the boom, and then a nail just goes directly into his eye, like close to the nose, and then he like goes up with his hand. He goes, I've been shot.
Yeah, you have, buddy.
I've been shot." And then
Lay
he
down.
like, and then he like gets
I'm
down.
still walking forward. I literally just like lifted the gun, shot, and kept walking.
And then he like kind of like bends down. He drops the scalpel, and he's just kind of repeating that. And he goes, "No, I can't see. and then like he's just on the ground.
Is he bleeding?
Is he bleeding or is he bleeding
Yes, he's
white
bleeding.
stuff?
He's bleeding.
Okay.
Bleeding blood.
All right.
Oops, all androids.
Y'all fucking know that Rasmussen was a robot?
Nope. And I lift the nail gun and point it at him, and I'm like, Rasmussen, what the fuck?
Look at his fucking hand.
All company... Well, wait, no, I wouldn't say that. As accordance with Weyland-Yutani, all vessels do have at least one android on at all times.
What's going on? I'm pointing a nail gun at your face.
Palmanos, you come around the corner. You see Masterson is holding his eye. He's like, I can't see. I've been shot. And you're holding Yuri. You guys see Palmanos holding Yuri.
It seems that Dr. Tandor has brought something a little bit extra on the ship with him.
Where is he?
He's in the science lab, dead. He tried to kill me with a scalpel.
Great.
So you're
Awesome.
part of this.
Fucking great. What is wrong with him? I point at Yuri.
Are you talking to me or
I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And I point at Yuri.
He's got like a pin sticking out of his neck.
I had to give him a extremely quick and impromptu tracheotomy. He was suffocating. This thing was wrapped around his neck in a symbiotic nature. Good, with her amazing marksmanship, was able to kill the creature. And
I just let's shoot. Good. Fuck yeah.
I'm like, I mean, it was real fucking close. It wasn't hard.
still, he's in shock. He's hopefully going to be fine. With what's going on, I should probably run more tests.
Well, we can't run tests on a fucking escape pod. Does Vesuvius mean anything to any of you?
Does it, Wes?
Does it what?
Vesuvius doesn't mean anything to anybody unless, I mean, which you knew about Pompeii there, Rasmussen. So it would mean something to you.
I feel like we can find the answer soon, but we need to get off the ship and we need time. There are 5 escape pods here. You can all load up into it. I do not require one, as I am an android, as that has been revealed. Let us leave this place and not look back.
Andrew, but you can't fucking count. There's 2 escape pods, 5 people each.
Yeah,
Probably
why don't
work.
you just come along on the other one?
How many people are... It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Is it a space issue or is it a life support issue?
No, it's a...
You don't need one of those.
It's a life support issue.
Then just get on it.
Yeah, you're not breathing air.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Rasmussen is saying. He's saying, you guys can stick on the 5 cryo, and I'll just chill out because I don't need to cryo.
Needs a goddamn pilot.
Oh.
I thought you were staying behind or something. No, you should come with us. Who cares what the fuck you are? You've done.
Are you a fucking pilot?
You've helped us.
Well,
Just you fucking
get this escape pod out of here is what I'm saying.
I'm looking around, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I am like not. I'm checking corners.
It's eerily quiet on the vessel. Raised voices.
We're in the escape pod, right?
We're
You're right
standing
beside
in
it.
front of
Okay.
it.
Phelps is like is essentially just being
I'm going
like,
inside. I'm going in the escape pod. No.
Rasmussen just like briefcase in hand, just like immediately, and like Masterson's just like face down on the ground.
Rasmussen would turn to all of you and he would go, seeing as if we protected the company versus a traitor, the Dr. Tandor, and whatever Masterson is on, we will ensure that we all get our full shares.
Fuck the company. Just get on the escape pod. Let's get the fuck off this.
Yep, and Rasmussen
Go.
rolls Follies in.
Everybody
I'm
gets in.
actually watching while the rest of them.
We're not leaving without fucking Yuri.
Yeah, I know. He's right there.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have.
I thought he
No.
left the
Yeah, we have enough.
Partially.
We have enough. Yeah, we have enough space.
Yuri's in the count.
Yeah. Everybody files inside the escape pod.
Yeah, I'm watching because I saw shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm like
You're kind of like
waiting
jumping
for
at
something.
shadows
I
at
am.
this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure all of them get on it before.
We're coming back here.
Yeah.
We're gonna come get our ship back.
that, nuke this fucking ship from orbit. What the fuck happened here?
As you all get on the escape pod, Palmanos, I'm assuming you put Yuri in a cryo pod.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. And he's just kind of like nodding at you and like mouthing thank you.
It's gonna be all right.
You
Works
all
together.
get in your ready places to where you need to go.
I'm the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
So
get in
we
the goddamn cryopod, Phelps.
Phelps gets
Do
the
I have to?
cryopod. You probably would have to. I mean, at some point you would have to.
Like,
We're
he
only
doesn't
like
want
2
to.
days from planetfall, right?
Yeah,
You can stay up with me for 2 days.
stay up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not getting in that fucking
You,
thing.
co-pilot,
No, I'll probably
bring
stay
your
up too.
fucking flask.
I'll contact, once we reach, I can contact Wayland Yutani and they can pick up the ship for us without us having to risk it. Everyone will get their stuff back.
I just want my
Fuck
goddamn
our-
ship back.
You'll get your ship back.
So you
Nightmare.
all get ready, get in seats, everything, and you all take your seats, sit down, and eject escape pod, heading for Gorham's Folly. And with that, kind of images flash on the empty vessel, the different dead bodies, everything. Masterson's room, where you see there's a journal with a bunch of scribbling on it that says, "Upon her altar they'll be laid bare." And it flashes back to Palmanos, just kind of hand on the cryopod beside Yuri. He's kind of staring straight ahead. And the camera pans down to Yuri's face. And you see his eyes open quickly. And then banging. And then you hear a cracking, a ripping, and then a scream. And we cut to black.
And the cocking of a shotgun, which is why Reeves was like, I'm not going to sleep.
The last thing Rasmussen is thought goes through his head is, I am so back in with the company.
Yeah, there's like 4 of us that stayed up just to like make
Just to
sure
stay
this wasn't
up.
happening, and now we're probably all dead anyway.
Yeah,
So,
it's-
Gay Mother,
Yes.
was he the only android?
In fact, no. He was the company android, but like he said, every Wayland Yutani ship
Yeah,
comes with a standard issue android, which Josue Palmanos was the standard issue.
Yes, I was
android.
right.
now that we're done, I'm
He
gonna
just
get
so
out of
happened to be a
character.
good
Ah.
one. Like, yeah. A bishop. A more
Best
bishop.
one.
Not an Ash, but a bishop.
Bishop
I was
versus
the-
Ash. So, first off, can I just say, Wes,
Good job.
It was so good.
That was a great scenario.
Good job, Wes.
that was
You
amazing.
guys for bearing with me in time constraints. So I wrote that scenario with intent for it to be 2-parter. But we managed to cram it into one time. You guys did great. Thank you.
I thought
guys.
more
you.
of us were gonna die.
Thank you.
I'm
I
actually
never-
surprised we're all like all the player characters are still
For
alive.
real.
I killed someone by overdose. That's a first for me.
I thought Phelps was gonna die.
I tried.
I fully expected to die, and I'm
I-
very impressed.
yeah.
I was
Me
like,
too!
fuck it,
No,
I'm gonna
like-
Terminator this shit.
You
Like,
guys did
as-
a good job of like teaming up and going places, or
Oh,
like
no.
doing good on your rolls when like like no panics happened or anything like that.
As the like gender flip version of the reckless broy type,
Yes.
I like fully expected me
yeah.
to just like walk over and just get murdered by something because I was like, they always
so
die.
good.
The like himbo always dies.
I
Yes.
feel
I
like
was
we were like
essentially that.
we were the badass like bros.
I thought you were gonna get like I thought you rolled really well on that dodge for the face hugger.
Agility was my highest attribute, I think.
Oh my
so
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get to drop my reference. I had it
Oh,
planned
no.
out, which was I forgot to say at the end. I'll be like, I won't let this become another Nostromo.
now that we're done, and I feel comfortable, and I feel like the 20 people that are still watching won't kill me for it. Can I confess something to you?
Yeah.
I've never seen Alien.
Hell
No.
yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, no, you did great though. As somebody like you kept that you played with your cards close to your chest the whole time. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, I've the only Alien movies I've seen are actually the recent 2, which are terrible.
That hurts
Because
my
like
heart.
I hadn't seen them, and so when they were coming out with prequels, I was like, oh, I'll watch the prequels and then I'll watch the classic series.
Yeah, no.
And then
You
the
don't do it with
prequels
Star
are
Wars.
bad.
You don't do it with Alien.
Yeah, no, I am. For the record, the intention is to watch it very soon. I have this issue with like spoilers, where once I know all the main beats of a movie, like if it's a movie in the cultural zeitgeist, I don't want to watch it anymore. So like I know about the chestburster scene, and I know how it ends, and I know about Jonesy, and like I know all the basic plot beats of Alien. So I've never wanted to watch any of them.
I quite like Prometheus. And
Actually, yeah, I actually love the two recent ones, but I feel like you like them more if you've seen the originals.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I had such major problems with it. Like, if you're a trained like xenobiologist, why are you fucking touching shit?
Oh no, there's most of the problems with the movie were plot. Absolutely.
Right.
Like,
yeah. No,
why are
they
you
were
not
beautiful. They were
serpentining?
beautiful movies. Like me. I went and saw Prometheus with my ex, and we watched it, and both of us really liked it. And within like 15 minutes of leaving the theater, we were like, "But was it actually bad, though?" It was a pretty fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's well shot. It's well directed. Like,
how you gonna have a medical device though in that era that doesn't know how to deal with women's anatomy?
Yeah. There were plot holes. The
It's
writing
almost like
was
it was written by Ridley Scott.
a little bit.
We're not even gonna get on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had so much fun with y'all.
This
Like
is so much fun.
I
This is
had
so
so
much
much
fun.
fun doing this. I
Thank
knew
you
the
for staying
atmosphere. I played Isolation. I was so excited.
That was so much fun. So I kickstarted the Alien game. I picked up my pre-order of the collector's edition at PAX Unplugged directly from Free League,
Witness.
and I still haven't played it until now. So seriously, that was beautiful. I had so much fun. Wes, tell us why this game is amazing.
So it's very, as you guys know, it's very easy to pick up and play. It's in a established universe, so it's good to bring people in that aren't familiar with tabletop role-playing games, but are familiar with the Alien universe, because you could just roll this amount of dice, and if you get at least 1/6, you succeed.
Yep.
There's some things within the game that we didn't get to mechanics-wise, but the game lends to itself that you don't have to get bogged down by the mechanics. That's what I really like about Free League games here. The artwork is amazing. The amount of info that they give you as the game mother is amazing. The universe and the lore is fully realized. The layout is wonderful for the book.
Yep.
And it doesn't punish you for wanting to do things differently, or it actually pushes you forward to want to do it. And as somebody who loves Alien and who loves tabletop, it grabbed me immediately. I would say it is on par with Mothership, which is another excellent sci-fi horror game. But the mechanics for Mothership are a little bit crunchier than this. But it grabbed me immediately as an Aliens fan.
So we recently did a deep dive. Nick and Wes discussed how to run this game and do all those fun things. You can
6
find
hours
that on our
worth.
YouTube channel. Yeah, it's 3-hour episodes. You can find those over on our YouTube channel if you want to know more about running Alien and all the nuances of it. This is an amazing game. I've been in love with the Alien franchise for years now.
Same.
I'm very excited to play it finally. We're going to be doing more of it. So, quick round of thank yous and shout outs. Dixie, thank you for joining us this evening. It's always a pleasure gaming with you. I think this is the first time we've played in the game together.
Same.
Second.
Oh, second. Yeah, you.
Second.
This is
my
the first time I
Dark
get to play with
Ages.
Dixie.
It is.
Yeah, the Dark Ages game. I thought there was another one where we played together.
Oh, we played in the game from Beyond the Grave. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I played
I
games
forgot
with you.
about
What are you talking about? It was super fun though. I like playing. For those who don't know, I work for Access Publishing, so like getting to play games outside of my company is really awesome. Because a lot of the games I play are like for our Twitch channels.
Yep.
So anytime someone's like, "Can you play X game you haven't played, or X game that you haven't worked on?" I'm like, yes, that, yes, please, that I want to play that one.
we'd love to have you back again for a number of
we
games.
will.
And the same with Erica, Rosie Rexit.
100%.
Super
Thank you so
fun
much
to have
for letting me
games.
join in on this.
Oh man, I mean, we play pretty often with Nick, and Wes has been in a couple of our games too. But it's so good to have you two join us. And I felt, Wes,
Really is.
that the cast we had tonight was so good, and like a lot of like the role play and just inner character stuff between so many people was
Perfect.
That was like
really awesome.
Ian asked me, he was like, "Who do you want to play in it?" And I was like, "What's a short list? Who do you think within a short list?" And as soon as he sent me a short list, I was like, "Dixie, yes. Erica, yes." Nick was at the top list because Alien, he would kill me. He would drive down here and kill me if I didn't.
I was a requirement. I told you if you were running this again, because you ran this for VHC. I was like,
VHC.
I am playing in this next time you run it. I have to. So.
Yeah. Which it went completely different at VHC. They opened the case. They opened the container at the halfway point. So the rest of it turned into all out madness.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely thought that's like how this was going to end. It was like the container was open, we're all getting murdered one by like I anticipated slasher film, but honestly one of my favorite horror movie tropes is seeing the final people get away, and then like over the credits you see the scenes of like all of them getting killed. Like the end of the newer Dawn of the Dead is one of my favorite horror movie endings ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like that's all I could picture when you said this. Like it cuts to black, credits roll, and like throughout the credits are spliced scenes of us just getting murdered one by one by like a fucking xenomorph.
Yeah, it just wrecking havoc with me trying to shoot it with a shotgun.
In our like
shooting
tiny
one of
escape
you.
pod, yeah. You shoot the like screen. There's like an air leak, and it's just everything's terrible.
Yeah. So, we are at our time. So I want to quickly go through
40 minutes past your time.
I know, we are. Dixie, where can people find you online?
You can find me on most social media at Dixie Cyanide. I shouldn't say you can find us at the Onyx Path and all that other stuff that I usually say. So me, Dixie Cyanide, most social media.
It's true. Erica.
Rosie
where can people find
Rexit on Twitter and Twitch and other places.
Also, she's a sea witch and is often found yeeting men into the sun or the sea.
you? And throwing hose in jars.
And throwing hose in jars.
And go buy some of that good writing and tabletop writing, that Scion.
Oh yeah,
writing.
all that
It's so good.
crisp Scion.
Get that content.
Fiction,
Some
or not
fresh
fiction, but
Slavic
you know what I mean.
content.
Bog babies. Nick,
Oh, where they can find me at? You
where
can find
people
me
find you?
on the Gehenna Gaming server, or you can find me at Nobleman Nick on Twitter and on Instagram. You can also hit me up at nfrancia@gehennagaming.com if you want to send me an email, but most people don't use email anymore. I'm the stream producer.
You are. Nick. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
No, I wanted to do this. Ian was supposed to do that, and I was like, no, I'm doing this because I want to
You're
test
like,
out some
I
cool
have
features.
this.
Yeah,
And then we
I
were
want to-
half an hour late, and so like I'm taking credit for that.
Look. Yes, but
You're dragging the gentleman on air.
the shade.
It's all out of love. It's all out of love. I'm not
got so
quite out
dark
of
so
my
quickly.
good persona yet.
And I even told Ian, I was like, man, I'm so glad I got to play with Dixie because like last time I only GM'd and we get to be players finally, and then she just drags me.
You know,
I had so much fun. No, like you were great. I loved Rasmussen Android. I love both of our androids there.
both of our androids were fantastic.
I was wondering, why is my buddy Palmanos?
Wes, brother.
Hi, yeah, Brother West here. You can find me on Twitter at BrotherXWest, same with Instagram. You can also follow Carrion Comfort Studios. It's my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Carrion Comfort Studios. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Comfort Carrion. We're recently upgraded the stream. We have some great stuff coming up here soon, some great content. Next Sunday, September 27th, I've got an interview with Matthew Webb and Raquel Skellington, two excellent, exquisite LARPers and just general excellent people in the community. And we're going to go give a crash. They're going to give me a crash course on LARPing. And a new series I'm calling Carrion Crash Course, where I'm going to have people come and school me on things that I know nothing about.
Raquel is one of my favorite people. She is the
super
shit.
nice.
So if
Both
you
of
have
them
not
are
like
great.
interviewed her yet, like I fucking love Raquel.
I can't
We
wait
have
for
not
it.
actually, so
She's amazing. I met her at Fact Unplugged 2 years ago, and I love her.
Yeah, I met her in PAX Unplugged this year, and she's really nice.
Good enough.
And October 25th is the first episode of Iron City by Night.
You know it.
Avnos here is going to be playing in it. I won't say anything yet about his character, but it's going to be phenomenal. It's a Vampire V5 Chronicles set here in my town of Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to be the first thing that's brought up about Birmingham other than 6 pages in a Sabbat book from the 90s. So I'm excited. I get a full playground to run in. But yeah, go ahead and follow that stuff if you want to. If not, I get it. But yeah, check me out. Talk to me on the internet. I'm always down. Follow these amazing people here. Give them a round of applause at home. They stuck through it. Thank you guys so much for playing this. I always like to put something.
It's been an
out
honor.
there.
It's
Really?
always an honor to
Everyone
play
clap
with
for
all
Wes.
of you. 100%.
I swear I got a
Just
turtle.
like
Seriously.
golf.
Seriously, that was
Cool.
beautiful.
I was
Rick?
gonna say, wrapping it up. I'm Def Malkavian with Gehenna Gaming. That's Ravnos at Gehenna Gaming. We're the two Gehenna Gaming guys.
Yeah.
This is our family. These are our
We do the
friends. We love everyone who played in this game, and all of the people that tuned in for it. Thank you so much for joining us. For,
And this kitty.
Oh yeah.
and
Our
all
ship
the
ferret.
cats
That's a
and
cat.
Pugs.
Wait,
We're not
did we
partial.
save the ship ferret?
Wednesday.
Skunk?
Did we save Skunk?
Skunk?
Oh no.
Skunk wasn't interacted at all.
We definitely saved that ferret.
There was an
No.
entire conversation before the stream
He's in my
started
pocket.
about
Yeah.
how important it was that we had a pet on the ship.
Retroactive.
Never
You're like
came
always
up.
in a hoodie, and he's just like in your pocket all the
This
time.
is
So
a
he's
this is a
fine.
What do you
critical
think-
role weasel situation where they just forget that the weasel's there.
What do you think's in the briefcase?
Ah,
Ferrets?
there we go.
Oh.
More ferrets.
He's like, you got the
Android
research
ferret.
right. You got the research right. No,
He's
but I
like,
got something better.
Good guy, androids. Okay.
It's like yes, I made sure to grab every single piece of research. Opens up, ferret attacks somebody immediately in the boardroom.
Ferret kills Yuri. I shoot the xenomorph. We all live.
All right, it's like midnight, y'all.
Yep.
Yeah.
We should
All
wrap
right,
it up.
I gotta
Yeah.
wake up at
yeah,
5.
follow all these wonderful folks. Follow Gehenna Gaming. Do all of the things. I will drop links as we end. And we appreciate all of you tuning in this evening. We will be back tomorrow with Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory with our friends over at Dark Days Radio. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. I love all of you who I played with. You're
For real.
wonderful.
You guys are like family.
Yo,
You do this
beautiful.
more often. Good night.
Good night, everyone.